And we're live. How's it going, everyone? Just like that. I'm not even going to warn anyone.
As you say, we're live. Sean just leaves.
Yeah.
Like, no.
Okay.
I had to close the door.
Fair enough. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to this week's wonderful adventure of D&D. I am one of your hosts, I guess. Is there hosts in this? I don't think there is. Jared. Of course, I am joined by my good friends. Hold on, music's really loud for me. Hold on. Shut up, please. God dang it. It's so loud. Crazy Eyed Eddie.
Hey.
Zach as Goras. Oh, Eddie as Droop this game.
I am Droop.
Zach is Goras. I am playing as Bertram Cunningham III. And of course our DM, Sean.
Hello.
And we
Also
are on
moonlighting as a warlock, you know.
Of course. You're moonlighting as a lot of things, I think.
I have many hats.
And we are continuing our one shot part 2. And maybe we'll finish it up this time. Maybe we won't. Who knows? We don't plan this stuff, guys. We just play by the seat of our. How's that saying go? The seat of our. What are something?
Riding by the seat of our pants.
Seat of our pants. There we go. Error.
Does not compute.
Does not.
Jared.exe has stopped working.
Yep. I wish I had your overlays. Just
Yeah.
Before we go any further, I want to bring up just one minor announcement, I guess. If any of you are watching the re-uploads on YouTube, I'm going to start putting the re-uploads of these D&D Twitch streams on the new Flurry of Bros YouTube channel. So they won't be on my channel anymore. They'll be over on the Flurry of Bros channel.
Oh, bro, we're not good enough for you.
No, it doesn't really fit with the rest of my content, so I just felt like it's
Yeah, it just doesn't. It's not good enough for it. That's what it is.
It sucks, man. I'm embarrassed. No.
Oh my gosh. Don't be like that.
But
we
yeah,
all know how particular YouTube is about the things we all upload on our channels.
And that's definitely a part of it. Because I do indie games and horror games and stuff like that. YouTube sees an influx of like random D&D videos and they're like, this isn't right. Make this channel invisible. So that's one reason, but also I like the idea of maybe having a dedicated D&D channel at some point, and that's kind of the start of that migration. So I don't have a link. I don't have a link to give anyone. Just look up Flurry O Bros and you'll find our logo. And one of these days I'll get a link prepared, which I don't have at the moment. Otherwise I would throw it into the chat. But yeah.
Does anybody have a picture of a blonde guy with a green outfit and a pointy hat? Link? No.
What?
Legend of Zelda. Link.
No,
Oh.
that dude's name is Zelda.
You're so funny.
No, it's Lonk and Zeldorf.
No, the dude's name is Zelda. The girl's Link.
Right.
And the bad guy is the dude that shoots coconut.
Yep.
Right?
Exactly right. Yep.
Yes.
From the Deku tree.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, I know that one.
Slinging them nuts.
Oh my gosh.
Nuts.
How far are they slinging them, Jared?
What?
How far are they slinging them nuts?
As far as they can, bruh. But yeah, that's all the like information that I have to spout. So I guess I will turn things over to our illustrious DM. That's you, Sean.
Oh yeah, that's right. I am the DM. I lost track of that.
Dragons and Bros. Oh my gosh.
I'm just
You
a
like
Dragons
that?
and Bros.
Yeah.
I actually like that for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hello
check,
everybody.
Check.
Welcome back to another lovely game of D&D. We are going to be continuing where we left off in the last session. Our party ran across some strange fellows. Later found out that they are were-ravens. But they seem to be of the lawful types. They find and destroy or hide evil objects wherever they can be found. However, they seem to be worried about an incursion from the Shadowfell upon these grounds that they are in. And they have asked our party members if they would be willing to help them remove this incursion from the Shadowfell at the cost of whatever magic items they find. As well as they told them that they would find whatever other shiny treasures might be available within the Chalet Brantifax to give them as further payment should the items they find not be sufficient. And so the party has made their way out to the graveyard on the grounds of the chalet, where they know that there is a Shadowfell crossing in one of the graves. In fact, I think Droop is standing right on top of it right now, looking at the map.
Droop jumped in it.
Oh, that's right.
I think we all jumped in it.
Treasure
So
is here. Droop went.
Evil is there.
Looking...
Bertram went.
Of course, Arizar is also following along with them. They rescued him as he was being attacked by some dire wolves and a werewolf. He seems to be a fairly mysterious companion, although he seems to be a very handy with the blade and anything else that the party might need. He seems to be at least under some kind of mission to also help out with this incursion from the Shadowfell. Meanwhile, Goras is over, probably taking a drink of his wineskin, I'm sure. And so, you guys are standing in this little bit of a looks like fenced-in courtyard, looking at the third grave, and you see these dark, shadowy wisps. It almost looks like mist, but instead of it being the smoky mist, it looks like shadows literally turned into mist itself coming out of this grave. It is covered right now. You guys know, looking at it probably won't take you long to actually uncover the shadow crossing. What would you like to do?
I think Droop and Bertram have the right idea. Like, they both know what they want.
Yeah.
Droop wants that treasure, and Bertram seeks to dispel and destroy, dark things. So I think we just...
I guess I could start digging with my mech, with my armor.
Yeah.
Or something. Like, I could just start using it to, like a backhoe, like it just starts digging things out, or something like that.
Yeah, you imagine that if you... No, go ahead.
No, you go.
You imagine that if you do that, with the fact that you're using basically a mech, it's not going to take you very long, because it's not going to be taking a lot of energy from Droop himself.
Just like a backhoe, just...
Yeah. He just goes down and grabs the dirt and takes it out. So now the portal's open.
Nice.
Droop jumps in.
Nice.
Droop's in portal.
Bertram follows.
Yep. Arizar kind of follows as well. He kind of takes up the rear as you guys jump in. So, all right. So you guys begin to move through this portal. As you begin to walk into the grave itself, it is just this impenetrable darkness. It is just you start walking in, you can't see anything in front of you, not even your hand in front of your face. Even with a light source, one of you actually has the cognizance to turn on a light source briefly, or at least try to. Even with that, you don't see anything.
Ooh.
But you continue to move forward. Nothing seems to stop you. You begin to walk
So we are
as you-
walking in a thing? Like, we're not just, like,
Yes.
floating through space or nothing? Okay, all right.
Yep, you are you can feel ground underneath you. But otherwise, you don't see anything. If you want to make Arcana checks, you may. You don't have to. It's more just kind of to see if you know anything more about these types of portals.
I'll give it a shot.
I rolled 11.
9.
999.
I got an 8 plus 4 here. Done all the plus
So
4.
Yeah, it's because you have guidance turned on.
It's
I think you
still
can turn that
still
off.
trying to roll guidance for you for some reason, even though you don't have a thing for it on your character sheet.
Oh, roll.
I still
20.
haven't. Yeah,
You.
So an 8.
yeah. So you have an 8. So the darkness around you is difficult to understand. Droop, even with the knowledge that you have of magic, there's just not much that you know of these kind of things. Same with the rest of
The
you.
darkness. Like,
Yeah,
I
but
keep
it's just-
flipping my headlight on in my mech suit, and I'm just like, I don't know.
Yep,
It's not working.
exactly.
It's dark.
So the only thing you can think of is this again is a shadow crossing. So you're probably just walking through the shadows to get into the Shadowfell.
Do I have any rope? Does anyone have any rope? Maybe we should tie
Yes.
tie each other together so we don't get separated. Because I'm assuming we're all next to each other at the moment. But if we start walking, we might get separated and we can't see.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of you, I believe, should have some rope.
Is that a basic
It's
Basic
equipment
thing.
that we just get?
yeah, usually part of an adventurer's pack.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
I
can
got
we?
a backpack. Yeah, I'll take some rope and tie off. Like, I'll hook it to my bumper hitch and like throw it back to you.
Okay, and I will. Is it long enough for us all to? Is the one
Yeah,
piece
it's
of rope long
usually-
enough? Is
course
it
it
Usually
is.
start with
Of
yeah.
course.
You start
Why am
with
Maybe.
in an adventurer's pack.
Well, how could I doubt
I
such
believe you
things?
Giggity,
I
giggity.
believe
No,
I
not that
believe
kind of
in an
length.
adventurer's pack, you start with 50 foot.
Okay.
So that's more than enough
Okay.
to tie to each other.
Are we all able to find each other to do this effectively?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. It's one thing that you find odd is that you almost sense each other's presence as you're walking through here.
Okay. So maybe we didn't need the rope after all.
It's only when you
Gets
think about it,
snatched.
though.
Yeah, if one of us gets snatched, we'll need that rope to know, like, hey, that person's got snatched.
True.
Yep.
Which means it'll be either the first one or the last one.
Oh, yeah.
Do we need to come up with some sort of marching order because we're tied up, or are we just kind of like winging it?
You can wing it.
for
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I imagine it probably went in the order of Droop, Bertram, Goras, and then Arizar, probably.
Okay.
Just because Droop was so eager to jump into the portal.
Yeah.
So
Okay. That works for me.
Treasure.
I mean, can we do an investigation check to see if we can notice anything, or
I mean, there's not really anything to investigate.
all right.
Just
It's all
complete
just so dark.
darkness.
There's nothing around you. Even it's even like even the sound itself is deafening because there's no sound at all. It's just silent.
Okay.
So, but
All right.
after you're not sure how long you walk, but slowly you start seeing things in front of you, almost like an opening. God, this fly, get out of my face!
That was me like during the entire first campaign. This little freaking net
That's the
would come
title.
around.
That's going to be the title of this VOD. Is Sean loses his shit on the fly. 3 adventurers go into a dark hole, and Sean loses his shit on the fly.
Oh my gosh.
But after a while, you do notice an opening to the darkness in front of you. If you'd like, I'm going to ping on the map. You guys can place your tokens there.
Okay. Can you just keep pinging it until...
Yep.
All right, I'm there.
Droop is here.
Me too.
Ooh, look at you. Look at you. You did it. I'm so proud of you.
Success!
Haha, you rolled a 20 on competence this time. No, I'm kidding.
Damn straight.
I can talk to him that way because we're coworkers.
Roll a
He
20
knows where you work, man.
So, as you guys start coming out of this, through the other end of the portal, you crawl out of a literal crypt.
Ooh.
And in fact, as you crawl out of it, one thing that you notice is that the entire world around you is it's almost like the color has been sapped away from everything. It's all basically grayscale. Everything's like black and white. There's still brightness. There's still light coming from either Droop's headlights or a torch, or one of the characters giving off just like using a cantrip to cast the spell light if they have it. So Bertram, you can see, but it is very dark.
Are we all gray as well, or are we colored?
Yeah. Even looking at each other, like it's not quite as grayscale as the world around you. Like it's almost like the colors are washed out.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Well, shall we proceed?
Looking ahead of you, there's a door that is ajar in front of you. It almost looks like you were in a mausoleum.
All right.
Oh, I'm going in.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I will let the mech go first. Bertram will follow.
You guys can kind of move out into that room and take a look around. Looking at this room, there's actually it's like a bit bigger of a like the entrance to the mausoleum. There are two doors on either side of you that you can guess probably goes off to another crypt.
Okay.
And then a gate that leads out into the Shadowfell itself. So, what are you guys doing?
Droop wants to go through these doors. Treasures and crypts.
I agree. We should definitely explore our surroundings before progressing.
Yeah. All right. So,
is this door locked or anything? The one I'm in front of?
it is. It's heavily heavily locked, as well as the doors are very heavy themselves. You can try to open them if you'd like.
Droop does have thieves' tools, and he was a smuggler, so he has some dealings with the
I also have thieves' tools.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try and do this. It's dexterity, right? It's a dexterity thing.
Yeah. So yeah, you can. Yep. Just click on thieves' tool and then click dexterity, and it should roll it for you.
19.
So you are able to deftly unlock it.
I got little nimble goblin hands because I'm a little goblin. You just see my little hands reach out of the stomach of my mech, and I'm just like sitting there working on it.
Little alien.
They're doing like that.
It's the alien.
Oh God, I love it.
And then you still have to try to push the door open, as it is very heavy.
Is it a big door?
You want me to do a strength test or anything like that?
Yeah, you can do like a strength check or athletics.
Can I assist him to give him advantage?
Yes.
Do it, bro. Right. Not that you need it, but I want to help.
I got 15.
So you're roll again just to make sure that you don't roll higher, because you have advantage.
Nice.
There you go.
Look at you.
The 15 would have worked, but it would have been a little bit different.
Yeah.
You are able to open the door. It pushes open with a little bit of effort. So
it's a big old heavy door.
It is. It's very heavy. So there you go. Looking into that room there, it is another undisturbed crypt.
Oh.
It's about to.
That's the game.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead and roll investigation if you would like.
6.
Where are you?
I tried to turn that off, Zach, but for whatever reason, it
43!
just...
Dang,
I don't
boy.
know.
Ah!
Droop rolling high today. 17
Awesome.
for me.
I'll hit
It's
double
all
figures
right.
soon.
What's that?
So looking,
Oh, I said I'll hit double figures soon.
Okay. you'll be a real boy soon. It's okay.
you, Bertram and Droop are like just kind of looking over this crypt. They're like investigating along the sides of it. You find a lock that is unlocked. It is unlocked right now. So it is very, very much so an undisturbed type of crypt. When you actually, it opens easily. There's no body inside. So obviously it's a crypt that has yet to have even one occupant.
Oh.
So it's just an empty box.
Just this one is just an empty box.
Darn.
But
Droop's
you do also
disappointed.
find you do also find Droop with your 23.
Oh,
You find that there is a switch on part of it that opens up a hidden compartment. However, again, with just like the crypt itself, obviously it is obviously unused at this time. However, you do remember that the crypt that you came out of in the other room is built the same.
okay. So I'm going to push that button, see what happens.
It opens up a compartment.
Is
But
there
the
anything in
compartment in this one, or did you go back to the other room?
it? No, I'm in this room. I'm going to go back to the other one. But
I said that's what I said. Like with your 23, you were able to open up the compartment and see that it's empty. But because of how high you rolled, you know that.
Oh, gotcha.
Usually they make crypts like this similarly.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like a trap or nothing. Like if I stick my hand in there and it's going to bite me or something.
No traps.
Paging Akbar. Paging Akbar.
It's a trap.
You imagine that there's no traps because there's nothing to protect.
So if I go in this one, there's nothing in this crypt, right? Like in this room.
There's no body. However, you can see that like the top of it was broken. And go ahead and give me another investigation check with advantage in this room.
With advantage, yes, of course. 21 is my highest.
So, looking at this crypt, one, you also find again another secret compartment switch. But looking at the actual crypt itself, it appears that the covering was broken from the inside.
Oh.
Like something broke out?
Like something broke out.
Did we come out of that when we came through the darkness?
Yes. When you guys came through the darkness, that's you walked out of this crypt.
Okay.
But you can tell again too that like the destruction was a long time ago.
Okay.
Cool. Droop wants to push the button.
Push the button.
Yeah. So you push the button. A poisonous gas is released and all of you die. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no! Good thing I'm in a robot.
Oh, not me.
You push.
You got a mustache. You'll be fine.
You push open the secret compartment, and you find a saddle, like a horse's saddle inside of the crypt itself. And Arizar, eyes glowing, tells you that it's magical.
Ah,
It's a
magical. We don't have a bag of holding or nothing, do we?
No, but you guys have backpacks. Actually, do you have the infusion?
The infusion. I don't know what you mean. The infusion.
Because you have artificer infusions, like all those skills that you picked. Did you?
Oh
pick
yeah, infused item. Yeah, I got that.
Did you create the bag? Did you pick the bag of holding infusion?
I picked.
Because you get like 4 of them, I think, at this level.
No, I don't have a bag of holding right now.
Oh.
Okay.
Trying to
That's right. I
find
mean,
out.
you guys have backpacks. It's not overly difficult
Alright.
to kind of hook it to one of your backpacks.
I'm just gonna hook it to my suit of armor because I'm just a big mech suit. I'm basically a tank with legs.
Oh, there you go.
Hopefully, I can carry all this stuff that I'm gonna find.
Yeah, you have no issue carrying these things. All right.
Cool.
Yeah, and so you still have another door that can be opened in this room, which I'm not going to make you make another check against it. You are able to unlock it same as the other one, as well as push open the doors. So give me just a second while I move the lighting out of the way.
It's locked.
And then you should-
I can't go in.
I have it set on the maps now. You guys can't just go through.
I've noticed. I'm like, why can't
How
I?
am I supposed to cheat now?
All right, it should be open now.
Ooh,
Again,
is there
you can
something
see-
Is there something in this one?
Go ahead and make another investigation check with advantage, since you have experience with the other ones. You guys can also make it if Droop seems to be having trouble.
Just
Which I
normal
don't
for
think
us.
so.
Oh,
Oh,
I got 20. Yes.
dirty 20.
So, funny enough, Droop
I'm not
and
even
Goras,
gonna.
like at the
I'm not
same
even gonna do
time,
it.
you guys at the same time basically find the switch to open it up. That is
Okay.
one thing that's odd, is that on each one it's been in a different spot. This one opens up and you do find about 5 diamonds in there.
Dang.
Nice.
You would guess, Droop, that with your skill now as not only a smuggler but as working in Bart's store, that they're probably worth about 200 gold pieces each.
A lot. I'm gonna grab these. They're 5 diamonds, you said?
Damn.
Yes, 5 diamonds,
So-
and they're pretty good sized diamonds.
Okay.
I have a hypothesis, and I don't know if Bertram would know this, but why would, like, there's a little compartment in the sarcophagus with diamonds in them. It's safe to assume that possibly the other sarcophaguses
Sarcophagi.
would also have diamonds in them. As a paladin, would Bertram know that diamonds are typically and commonly used in revivification spell casting?
Yeah, you as a paladin would know. Yes.
Would it
that
be safe to
diamonds are typically
assume
used for
that
type of
maybe
magic?
these diamonds, that is their purpose? That's why they are in these little compartments, in these containers that would normally hold dead things? Are these like...
Make either a religion or arcana check, Bertram.
Okay.
Bertram specifically.
Been rolling great today. An 8.
You're not sure if that's what these are here for specifically.
Ooh, shiny
know that they're-
diamonds.
You do know that there are that certain spells are have a specific time limit, but Bertram, you yourself aren't 100% sure of what those time limits might be.
I'm more of a smite the evil paladin than a bring people back to life paladin anyways.
Okay, Arthas.
Now, Arthas is much more badass than this guy.
Endgame goals, buddy. Endgame goals.
Think of Bertram as like idolizing Arthas and trying to emulate Arthas, but he can't because he's not Arthas. If Arthas existed in this world, which he doesn't.
We'll find you a blonde sorceress. Don't worry. We'll get you started on that.
Okay.
Do you guys open the crypt itself as well, or do you were you just
button-
I thought
on
it
the
was
inside.
yeah.
No. So this button was on the outside.
Oh,
yeah, I
The
wanna
buttons were
open
on the
it.
outside for the
Yeah.
secret compartment.
I will assist as well to give.
It opens. It's almost like these things are well oiled.
Oh, never mind.
It opens very easily. No one even needs to make a roll. There is a body inside this one.
Ooh.
It's a desiccated corpse, that mostly skeletal at this point. It's actually like this, kind of holding a blade, like pommel under chin, blade reaching down toward the feet. It is a long sword.
Oh, I use long swords.
Yep.
Can Bertram would be like, "Do not touch it. It may be trapped." Can I examine it? I have a magnifying glass, so like I'm like an investigator.
You and your magnifying glass.
It came with the stuff. Like I didn't choose it. It just gave it to me, so I'm gonna freaking use it.
This magnifying glass get here. I don't know.
I didn't choose
Are you?
life. It chose
That's
me.
right.
Now you're specifically looking over the crypt for traps.
Yeah, like the body is specifically like around the sword that he's holding, like under the arm. Like, is there a tripwire? Is there any kind of like pressure plates anywhere? Like, if we were to take this sword from this body, would anything bad happen?
We might want to ask the other dude if he senses any magic in the room.
Yeah,
Maybe.
and yeah, it's up to you guys. Do you
For
want
sure.
to ask Arizar? He's
Definitely.
hanging out with you guys. He is with you. I'm just trying to keep him quiet so that he's not,
I would
moving
say that
things
would be part of
too
the
far.
investigation. It'd be like, you there?
Yeah.
Use your magic detection.
Can I use deception
So-
maybe, or is that only for verbal?
That's for verbal stuff.
Who
Or
are you,
like,
who are you
for,
trying to
like,
deceive?
trying-
The dead body?
Yeah.
No, check for deception.
You're not dead.
Oh no, so that would be
No.
insight. You would want insight if you're checking somebody for deceiving you, and that's for like social cues.
Oh, okay.
Whereas like
Oh, I see.
investigation and things like that are more for like traps, finding secret compartments, things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, Arizar tells you that the sword itself does have some magic on it, but otherwise he can't see any like magical traps.
Okay. Can I?
Pick it up.
So, sorry. Go ahead.
And then
The delay.
go
God
ahead.
damn it.
Pick it up. Go for it, baby.
go ahead, Bertram, specifically, since you're kind of doing this with your magnifying glass and all that. With your magnifying glass, I'll even give you advantage. Go ahead and make an investigation check again.
Come
This is very
on.
specific.
Oh my
on-
god. I am rolling like garbage. 14.
You don't believe there are any traps.
All right. I'm gonna take the sword then. I'm gonna just grab it because
All right.
Bertram is, if anything, very confident. So if he is determined that there's nothing wrong, he is just going to take it. Droop got the
All right.
diamond. I'm taking the sword.
Yeah, Droop's not gonna fight you. He's superstitious.
Oh, I don't want to fight Droop
He
anyways.
he doesn't take things out of a thing unless it's like gems or something. Like that's it.
In Bertram's mind, this person probably deserved their fate, so.
Well, you pick up the sword, and nothing seems to happen from the crypt itself.
Okay. That's good.
And
All
you
right.
can feel this sword is like almost humming with like magic. Like it's more magic than than the weapon you have right now. Your blade is a is a weapon of warning, basically. I
What?
think you had picked your Bertram's sword. Is it a blade of, like a weapon of warning? I think is what you said you had picked for your.
Oh yeah, I guess it is.
Your
I didn't realize that
Yeah.
was attached to my weapon.
Yeah, no, that's what like. So your sword itself. Now looking like as you go to kind of look, you do find, of course, the scabbard and all that, like another belt for the actual blade, so you can take the longsword and still carry both of them without any issues.
Okay.
But looking at your longsword, however, I just need to check one thing. Your normal longsword, the one that you were
I think
carrying.
I think it's just a basic longsword.
Yeah, well, you said you picked a magic item before you joined, right? So that was a weapon of warning.
I guess so.
Your other longsword is now glowing,
Ooh.
like pulsating.
Does it actually
you
put
know
out light?
Yeah, like enough that like you can see it. It's basically it telling you that something is stirring outside.
Ooh.
It's basically, like I said, it's a weapon of warning. It is warning you of danger.
Okay, my weapon I already have is glowing. Gotcha.
Yes, the other longsword you have is also a just you're not sure what magical properties it has.
Okay.
You just know that it is magical. The Arizar can tell you that it glows with evocation type magic, so it could be anything from a flame brand type weapon, or it could just be a simple like magic sword, like +1 type sword.
Okay.
He's not sure because he doesn't have any way to identify it.
Sure. I'll just hold on to it for
Interesting.
now then. It's not like a plus weapon or anything?
You're not sure.
Okay. Can I identify it with my magnifying glass?
You would guess. You would guess at the very least it is at least a +1 longsword.
Ooh. Okay. So my question, like, just real quick, can you use items that have not been identified, or can you not use them until they've been identified?
You can use them. It basically identify just tells you what an item can do.
Mm-hmm.
It gives you certain amounts of information on it. You guys would probably know this a little bit from Hendrix. In the past, has probably identified things in classes for you guys, so you would know a little bit about other types of magics that you don't have normal.
Okay.
Like
so
exposure to.
I'm curious also real quick. I have divine sense as a paladin, where I can sense the presence of strong evil.
Yes.
Can I sense anything coming from this weapon like that?
Go ahead and put it up for me just so I can see its specific details. Okay, so it doesn't give you like a range or anything, it looks like.
Yeah.
Within 60 feet of you that is not behind total cover. You know the type, celestial, fiend, or undead, of any being whose presence you sense.
I'm assuming anything outside I wouldn't be able to detect because it's through walls and stuff.
Well, you don't know, but I will give you some information because of your divine sense.
Okay.
The sword itself has a very strong, good energy coming from it. In fact, like you can see the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious odor. Powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears. So you can almost hear like that chorus of like angelic beings, like kind of coming from the blade. So you have some guesses as to what the sword might be, although you're not 100% sure.
Okay.
I
just wanted to make sure it wasn't evil, like cursed.
No. I find that not a lot of people use divine sense as often as they should. It is a very useful ability because you can also smell from outside the presence of evil.
Oh, I will let my compatriots know we are not alone.
Yeah, I was about to ask, do we like know that his sword's glowing and like
no? So for him,
or what?
The thing is, so you guys can see his weapon of warning, his longsword that you guys kind of anytime any danger was around, it was actually kind of giving off like a glow just to let you know, hey, there's enemies nearby, basically. This is the first time you're really seeing it, because it's glowing a little bit brighter. It's basically preventing you guys from being surprised. So with that, everybody make perception checks.
Oh. At advantage? No.
Actually, I believe your shield, Eddie. The doesn't the Sentinel shield give you advantage on certain things? Because you picked that's the one you picked for Droop, correct?
Yes, I don't have the exact like
Fuck.
thing for it. Hold on. I gotta look it
So
up
set in
again.
the shield
a 9.
while holding this shield, you have advantage on initiative rolls and wisdom perception checks. So you Droop can make your perception at advantage.
Ah, yes.
I'm proficient in perception. I still roll a 9.
Proficiency
rolled a
does not
19.
proficiency does not make you instantaneously always good at it. You're probably
I'm
distracted.
seeing that. Thank you.
Well, what I'm saying is, you're probably distracted by the horrid smell coming from outside, as well as curious about what this blade is. You know?
Do you smell that? It's like rotten eggs and like corpse butthole.
Smells like feet.
So, 15 or higher. You guys can hear what sounds like wings flying from outside, as well as the stirring of something sounding like it's coming up from the earth.
Oh.
Coming up from out of the ground.
Wow. Prepare yourselves for battle.
I'd like to, that's what I was about to say. Like, we need to get ready. I'd like to cast Sanctuary on somebody who wants it.
So don't forget with Sanctuary, if they attack, it goes away.
Yeah.
I feel like Sanctuary is best used if we're trying to protect like an innocent or like a civilian or something. Someone who isn't going to actually be fighting.
Actually, it's best used for somebody that attacks before me, like somebody in the order.
Right.
So like if the order comes around and you're on top of me, you attack, then I cast it on you. Yeah. That way, nothing could hit you before me, or before it. You would
do it for someone who's before you, but also has an enemy before them. Because if there's someone before you and they attack, it goes away anyways. What stupid spell!
Give me just like 10 seconds, guys.
All right.
Keep talking and planning what you guys are gonna do.
I've got a cool ability here I could use on one of you: a protection from good and evil.
Okay.
On the side here,
read it.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against the relevant effect. So pretty much it acts like a bubble to one of you guys, I think.
Cool.
Is that protection from good and evil?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking through my head, Jared is based in holy energy, so he kind of, he already has the advantage. So I was thinking putting down on our buddy Droop here.
Yeah. That should be fun.
Yep. So the nice thing is, when you do that, anything that's like undead or evil, basically, or even good things, have disadvantage on attacking them. So that's always a very, very good thing to have. And with Droop being your tank, it's probably a really good idea.
Yep. So I will cast that on Droop.
All right.
Okay. Cool. So that gives them disadvantage. It doesn't give me advantage or nothing, right?
Nope. It protects you. It protects you from taking too many hits from them.
Yeah. So, the target has advantage on any new saving throws against. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's
so like if something tries to, so if you were already charmed, frightened, or possessed, you would have advantage on getting rid of that. This also prevents you from being charmed, frightened, or possessed until the spell is gone. So that's how that one works for you, basically. So extremely useful because certain types of undead, Bertram would know, that they have abilities that cause fear. And so protecting you from those types of fear is extremely helpful. So there you go. Any other spells? So Also, Zach, I'm going to put on your character a dot. What color dot do you fancy?
Let's go green.
All right, so that represents that you are concentrating on something.
Okay.
So Droop, I'm going to also put a green dot on you, so that is a reminder for me to give enemies disadvantage on attacking you.
Okay. Just for a quick reference, wasn't there something for the Artificer armor that gave me like temporary hit points? I can't remember what it was,
Yes.
and I don't know where it was at.
That was under your armor type, because you're still using the Guardian armor type.
Trying to see like.
Give me a second.
Like where all
pull it
this see the issue with what they're doing is like they've got 15 different things all in the feats and traits thing, right? And all of that stuff does different stuff, and you can't disseminate one from the other unless you know exactly what it does. So yeah, the armor model, that's what that is. Yeah. So the Guardian armor model gives how much? It was
so defensive field. Defensive field. As a bonus action, you can gain temporary hit points equal to your level in this class, replacing any temporary hit points you already have.
Okay, so how many temporary hit points?
So you're level
27. It's apparently a number I choose because there's nothing here saying anything, is there?
It says you gain temporary hit points equal to your level in this class.
Okay, so level 4, so it's 4. All right.
Yep, you have 4 temporary
There
hit points.
All right, cool.
Yep,
and it also gives me a Thunder Gauntlet or something, right? Or is that the other version?
Yep, that's correct. You have your Thunder
Gauntlet.
Yeah,
and you put that in the thing. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
All right.
And then you actually see Arizar also cast something on himself. You see like almost like a spectral frost all over himself and his gear.
Yeah. Okay.
So, and that is going to be.
All right. So there's a gate here. Do I need to roll anything to bust through it or what?
Nope. It's almost like one of those like mausoleum gates. It's this one's kind of flimsy and already broken.
Okay. Is everybody ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Droop, bust through the gate.
Kind of nods at you.
All right. Droop, bust through the gate.
All right. So, as you bust through the gate, you end up in this. It almost looks like a graveyard all around you.
Can you burst in a little bit further so we can all get through? Ah, crap!
Busted through the gate. There you go.
You see that above you, kind of covering like they look like guardians at first, but you see 2 gargoyles on either side of the entrance. They don't appear to be moving at this time.
Do I sense anything from them?
Nothing from the gargoyles themselves. However, as you guys also kind of bust out from the underground, not the underground, from the crypt, there are things that do begin to burst up out of the ground to your east.
I was about to say, you said there was some like evil out here.
I'm getting there.
Paladin. Oh, there we go.
Here,
do not doubt
also going to
me.
do that, just so you guys can see for a moment the compass.
I know what way east is, dude. Thank you.
No. There are some maps that have north to the left.
Okay.
Which is the only reason I like to put the compass out at least for a moment, so that
Fair
you guys
enough.
know, like, hey, this is a normal map. Sorry.
North is up.
Quick rant. Playing Curse of Strahd yesterday, and the map for one of the places has north to the left, east is top, west is bottom, and south is to the right.
Like, why?
And we're all sitting there like, why would anybody do this ever?
Let us confuse them.
I personally already have a problem with like directions in terms of like the compass directions. So having something like that on a map having it so messed up just had me so confused the entire time. It literally was like that. It's like, no,
Good times.
you don't do that. I mean, obviously somebody does that, but you know, you don't do that. But anyway, let me finish moving some other things off of the GM layer. So on either end, so to the east and to the west of you, a bunch of these undead creatures begin just coming up out of the ground. Right now, they are still kind of partially under the ground, but they are quickly rising up to the top. This is where I would like everybody to roll some initiative.
Remember to click on your token first, then roll initiative. Just throwing it out there.
Yes, yeah.
Like on the map, actually click it on the map. Cool.
I don't have advantage on initiative, do I? No,
Just
from
roll
the
it
shield.
twice. Just roll it twice, and I'll put in whatever the higher number is. Because it won't just auto roll the initiative at advantage because of the way Roll20 is.
All right. So yeah, I got the first one was the highest one anyway. So there you go.
Yep.
I got a 5.
Congratulations.
I'm rolling so bad today. Everything is single digits.
Now you know how I felt playing as Hendrix, and I'm just like, oh, I'll be at the bottom. See you guys in an hour.
Well, my initiative on my character sheet is 1.13 because my dexterity is so dang low.
There is a way to fix that.
dexterity.
There's a feat called Alert.
Well,
if you take that, it actually gives you, I think.
When I leveled up, I
+5.
didn't take a feat. You said we take a feat?
Yeah, you get a feat, so you can take a feat if you would like.
Well, I don't know how to add a feat outside of leveling up though.
Drag and drop it from your compendium.
Oh.
You just drag it off your compendium, and it'll go into the feats thing.
Well, I mean, I don't need alert though because I've got the Sword of Warning, right?
Yeah. The nice thing about alerts, warning.
Warping.
You mean alert?
I believe the
Sorry.
alert. Yeah.
Shut up,
alert.
Zach. Shut the hell up. You're confusing me.
So the nice thing about alert is that you gain +5 book bonus to your initiative. You cannot be surprised while you're conscious, and
I'm gonna take that.
And the last thing is, other creatures don't gain advantage on attack rolls against you as a result of being unseen by you. So even if they're invisible, they don't get advantage.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and just snag that.
Actually,
you can
really,
basically
really good.
you can kind of think of it almost as a Spidey sense. Like you know how your body's going to react. You know what's going on around you almost at all times.
Okay.
So it's extremely useful.
So it didn't update my initiative though. I feel like my initiative is broken.
You might have to type it, add it in manually.
It could be. Give me just a second while I look at your stuff. I might have a way to edit it as well if it doesn't want to just auto update it. So.
Yeah, I mean, like Eddie said, I could just add +5, but I feel like I'm gonna have to do that constantly if I ever update my dexterity.
That's what I mean. I'm gonna try to make sure that it's not something that you always have to do itself. What is your normal initiative modifier? It should say right there on the thing, like 1.1 something.
It is 1.13.
Okay,
I had to click back to look, so you know.
No, you're good. So I always forget that you can't just do that. Like, let's try that. Oh, you can change your initiative style to advantage. There we go. That's interesting.
Yay.
There you go.
Look at you.
Can I re-roll my initiative?
Yeah, go ahead and let's make sure it actually is going to work. So go ahead and re-roll it, and we'll see. Make sure you have your token selected, and it should. Yeah, there we go.
That's a lot better. Even rolling a crappy roll like an 8, it still ends up being a 15. So.
Yep. But you know, like that's the nice thing about alert. I'm actually considering taking it myself in Curse of Strahd now. So,
but I'm more than happy to take the original initiative roll though. Just because we didn't do that till now.
Nope. This would have been the roll that you would have gotten before. Let's just put it at that and say we're good there.
Fine.
All right. So first turn up is one of the ghouls to your east. The middlemost ghoul fully takes itself up out of the ground. It is now standing on the surface. I'm going to move it 5 feet over, representing that it has gotten up out of the pit that it was in. Other than that, it has nothing else that it can do because it took all of its movement to do that. Same with the middle ghoul to the west.
So they've made it out of the ground?
Yep. So the two lower ones are effectively prone right now. I'm actually going to mark them with stickers so that we know that attacks against them, because they are too low to the ground, melee attacks have advantage. So there you go. And we move up to Arizar. And he is going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, leaving it open for somebody to, flank.
What a responsible young man.
He is going to create a weapon out of, he kind of swirls his hand in the air, and a weapon of mist appears in his hand. This one appears to be an axe, and he comes in two-handed with this axe at this undead creature.
Jesus.
DM perks right there. That's DM perks.
That is not what I was expecting for the first roll for this initiative.
I swing at him once. He gets obliterated.
It's a nat 20, by the way, guys.
Yeah, that was a crit. And
jeez,
that's actually max damage right there. So 19 points of damage as he nearly beheads this thing in one blow. It kind of staggers off to the side. It is still alive, still moving, and making some very, very angry noises.
Goddammit, I just woke up. I'm almost dead. I just woke up. What the hell?
But then he goes ahead and he probably should have done this. He actually would have done this before attacking, so he would have cast Hex. Which is basically the Hunter's Mark for warlocks.
Nice.
And he casts Hex on it. It doesn't do any damage at this point because I think it only applies for when he actually deals damage. So I'm not going to go back on what he's done already, though. So we move on to Bertram.
Oh. Huzzah! Seeing his, fellow compatriot run into the thick of battle, there's no freaking way I'm not going to do that too. So I'm gonna go right here and flank this guy. I read him. I was like, I see what you're doing.
And you can see this thing is already knocking back on death's door again. So
perfect, just what I like. Give me 1 second here to look over some things.
No rush.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna going to attack him with my sword.
Which sword are you using? Are you using your weapon of warning, or are you using your new longsword?
I don't know. I don't have the new. You didn't give me the new longsword, so I don't have that.
You're good. That's why I'm asking. Does Bertram trust this new longsword?
Well, it was giving off
right
good
now.
vibes, and I dig those good vibes.
But if you're using your new longsword, go ahead and if you're going to use that, go ahead and make an Arcana check as you use it.
Okay, why the heck not? Should I do that? Should I do that now? Arcana?
Yeah.
Not at advantage or anything?
Just regular Regular Arcana.
This isn't gonna go great.
It might. You don't know.
Not too bad. 18.
Look at you!
Look, I did it, guys.
So, for all intents and purposes, because of the divine nature of this blade, you are attuned to it immediately.
Sheesh.
It was basically what in the world is going on here? Roll 20.
It's being
Flies
roll
in your
20.
laptop.
Do you see your
Flies in your
character?
laptop? Get out of there!
All right. So, this longsword can be considered a holy longsword.
Hell yeah. Perfect for
So-
a paladin.
Starting out right now, when dealing damage to undead creatures, it will
Oh,
deal an extra 1d8 radiant damage.
nice.
Basically, think of it as as a minor smite.
Oh, hells yeah.
But you
Does it
don't
have a
to
name?
cast, does it?
That's awesome.
As soon as I think of a name, I will give you one for it.
How about
So
the,
if he
the
casts
sword
Smite
of light?
on
Unless Bertram wants to give it a name itself. It doesn't have an official name.
Okay.
So sometimes adventurers will name their own blades.
I'll christen this blade the Blade Charles. That's what I'm naming it. It's Charles.
Charles.
Charles. Okay,
you
well, give me
could've
just a
called
second.
You could have called it the Holy Mustache.
I've already got one of those.
The Holy Mustache can never be beaten. It never tarnishes.
when
It is
when
always razor
I
sharp.
rub my mustache, magic starts to happen. Sparks fly.
That's not your mustache.
Wait, I'm not Goras.
Oh,
He's the one rubbing things.
in all the right places.
All right, so let me see here. I don't know why it didn't save the actual information that I had already typed into this.
Thanks,
stuff,
roll 20.
So I'm retyping it now.
Charles, you
Let
see,
me-
Charles was the name of my first Inquisition. So when I was sent upon the path of the Inquisitor, Charles was the first of my docket to try and smite with holiness, and it made me who I am to this day. I realized at that moment, that this was indeed my calling. Charles has been with me to this day, and now he will smite with me forevermore.
There you go. You
There.
should actually see the name of it on in your inventory. You should see the name at least fixed there.
Yeah. Charles the Longsword.
You've
Jared,
done this to yourself.
right, so you got Excalibur, you got Zulfikar, you got Joyous, and then you have Charles.
Yep. Yep.
Oh,
All right, go ahead and roll your attack with Charles.
Okay.
King Arthur rolling in his grave right now.
Hey, man. Two-handed.
Okay.
I'm assuming.
Yep, because we already discussed that last time.
Okay. All right, so I'm at advantage as well because I'm flanking him. Charles,
Yes, you are.
I bring you meet Ghoul. 27.
You almost crit. I was really hoping. That
Yeah,
you would,
I got a
because you can see
19 and
you
a
can see in
1.
you can see in the description why I wanted you to crit. But go ahead and roll your
Oh.
damage.
Okay. 14?
Why didn't it roll the?
Didn't it do it automatically? Because I only rolled an 8, but it's total 8
That's,
8 plus 5 plus 1.
Yeah, that's just your
Do I need to roll radiant damage
Just
1d8?
roll one. Yeah, just roll a d8 and add that to your damage as you obliterate this
So
thing.
20
So go ahead and
damage
also
total.
Go ahead and describe this thing's death because it was already almost dead.
Bertram just rolls up behind this ghoul and kind of taps him on the shoulder, and the ghoul turns around, and I just with Charles, and I decapitate him.
All right, there we go. Now it should automatically roll it for future rolls.
Want me to
Just
try
so
it
you're
just to test it?
Go ahead and let's test it, just to be on
Yep.
the safe side. Hopefully you don't crit this time because that would suck. Oh no, never mind. Yeah, I forgot you don't actually have to do that. So there you go. Yeah, now you
Cool.
can see it actually. I typed
Perfect.
in radiant, but
I have
you
a
already
question.
know the damage with radiant. Yeah, what's your question?
It says on a crit, it deals 3d8 extra radiant damage. Does that against undead or any crit?
You'll have to find out.
Or would it be any time that it would actually use radiant damage?
You'll have to find out.
Okay.
That's a good question. I'm not going to
Also,
just give you that answer right
couldn't
off the
you
bat.
cast Smite on top of it already? Like, so it would
Yes,
do
you can.
radiant damage on top
Yep.
of
Yep.
radiant damage, so you'd be stacking damage die?
Yep.
Oh!
There's
Shiny pants.
reasons I
Fancy
like.
pants got a good sword.
I like good sword.
Oh my gosh. There's reasons why.
All right.
What?
There's reasons why like Holy Avenger type weapons in that regard do so much damage, and it's because you can stack so many different types.
That's kind of broken. I like it.
It's not broken, but it is kind of close. All right.
So, as a bonus action,
Mhm.
I'm going to turn to the one that's coming out of the ground next to me, point my sword at it, and channel divinity Vow of Enmity, which does this. I gain advantage on attack rolls against that creature for 1 minute or until it drops to 0 hit points or falls unconscious.
Nice.
Foul creature, I will vanquish you.
Instead of
Other
actually
than-
killing it, you're just threatening it.
I
He's
can't.
like,
I
"I'm gonna
can't.
get
I don't.
you."
I can't do anything else. I can't attack anything as anything else. I don't think as a bonus action. Otherwise, I would.
That's perfect. Does that, other than him, yelling at this ghoul, does it have any like visible effect?
Nah, I'm just intimidating him with my. I mean, I guess maybe, like, I mean, since it is a channeled divinity, so I guess there may be like a slight pillar of light just kind of comes out of nowhere and lands on him. Just a little one, not like something that would smite him, but just like, he's
How about
undead.
orange for that?
Huh?
How about orange for that?
Oh, for the dot?
Or did you
Sure,
already-
sure. No, yeah,
Yep.
that's fine. I don't care.
Perfect. There we go.
And then
All right.
I will.
Now,
Hold on. I still got some movement, yo.
yeah. No. I'm just talking to myself as I put an orange dot on you, representing that is your thing on him, basically.
Okay. Let's see.
Trying to make use of these stickers. Like, they're actually kind of useful.
Yeah.
So-
For sure. Let's see, how far did I move? I moved 5, 10, 15, 20, and I've got 30, so I can move 2 more spots if need be.
And as you obliterate this creature, Arizar kind of gives you that nod, like good work. You know what I mean? You can see the seething hatred of undead in his eyes as you guys are doing this.
We seem to hate the same things. I will move here. And end my turn.
Perfect. All right, we are on to Ghoul Number 6, and it is just coming up out of the ground. That's all it can do with this turn.
Which ghoul was that one? Oh, that one over there? Okay, all right.
And then we are on to Droop's turn. Mighty Droop, with your
Droop is
mech.
He's going to use all of his movement, and he's going to go right here. And then he is going to... he's just...
I love it.
And then he's going to Thunder Wave in this direction.
Yeah,
like
that'll
that.
definitely hit all of them. So
And so he goes, I guess it's still at first level. It's not. I can't do it at second level yet, can I?
if you have second, I think at fifth level you get second level spell slots.
Yeah, I have Misty Step, but I think that's from a feat or something. Freaking
Yeah.
So yeah. So bam. DC of 15 for 13
so
thunder damage.
we will go top to bottom. These ghouls are going to make Constitution saving throws. DC 15. So the topmost critically succeeds.
Damn.
Oh, no.
The middle one succeeds as well, and the bottom
Dang.
one, because of actually the middle one failed because it has disadvantage because it is technically prone, and the bottom one critically fails because it is also prone.
Nice.
So that is 13 damage. So this one will be taking 6. This one will be taking the full 13. If I can get it to, there we go. And this last one, its top half of its body is severed from its bottom half as it is ripped apart by this thunder wave.
Which one is that one?
The
one
bottommost. Yep.
He's sprouting up out of the ground, and he just gets blasted.
Yeah, it critically failed, so I have to make it kind of cool. However,
yeah.
this one will still be prone, but it is also ripped out of the ground and lands 10 feet away because the thunder wave launches them.
Okay, all right, cool.
Anything
I
else
don't think I can't do any bonus actions, and I've already used all my movement.
Okay.
Reaction.
Keep in mind the biggest thing for your bonus actions would be if you take damage in a turn, you can re-up your temporary hit points.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the biggest thing for your bonus actions at this time.
Yeah, that, and I've got absorb elements, so I could either absorb something and make me like it. Yeah, that's a reaction. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's extremely useful.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, that should be the end of my turn.
I have a question,
All
Sean.
Right.
Yeah.
My channel divinity. How often can I use those abilities? I can't find that information anywhere.
I believe for paladins you get it once. Once per long rest.
Okay.
I think it. Let me double check because I'm pretty sure that's correct. Let's see.
Because I don't just have like channel divinity in my features and traits, like just the basic, but I have like channel divinity, this specific thing for several things. But none of them say, oh, you can only use this once or twice. It just says you can do this as a bonus action, or you can do this as an action.
Let's see. Did it have a thing? Yeah, it doesn't even have it there. That's kind of
I'm
frustrating.
going to assume I can use it unlimited then.
It's usually only once. I will double check, but for now we'll just go with once. But when we take a break, I will double check.
Okay.
I don't see it there either. It could just be Roll20 forgetting to actually put it on your character sheet, because it does do that sometimes.
That's fine. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
I can also look it up while we're continuing, so.
Yep, sounds good either way. All right, so we're on to one of the ghouls that is coming up out of the ground, and in fact, it uses its movement to get up out of the ground. And then these things are not very smart, so Bertram, it's going to take an attack at you.
Yes!
So it's attacking with its claws for a 16 to hit.
Negative!
All right, so this thing just kind of ineffectually claws at you as it's trying to attack you. Yep. But it is unable to make any real contact. And then we are on to Goros.
All right. Hopefully you've been thinking about what you're doing.
So I'm going to be casting Bardic Inspiration on Bertram.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
And that is an extra 1d6 or 4?
1d6.
Let me link it real quick.
Okay.
Come on.
I think next level it'll go up
Yeah.
to a D8, but right now it is a D6.
Nice. Sweet.
It's my favorite thing to give people in Curse of Strahd right now. I'm like, you get Bardic Inspiration. Now you get Bardic Inspiration.
How do you inspire Bertram? Like, knowing what you know about Bertram, how do you inspire him?
How do I inspire Bertrand? Oh, let's see here. How do I inspire Paladin?
I'm just really curious, is all.
Well, give me a second here. I'm trying to think of something.
Do you have your inspiration page loaded?
Give me something good here. Let's see here. Give me a second. No, wrong one. See what Reddit's got.
Oh my gosh.
It has to be good. It has to be good.
It doesn't have to be super great, but.
Oh, of course it does. I can't find anything already. Okay. All right.
Just the first thing. Then we need to move along.
Compliment his mustache. That's it.
It's your mustache. Yep.
That mustache of yours.
I am inspired.
You caught me off guard with that one.
Sorry.
A forceful inspiration. I'm inspired.
You're right.
Yeah.
It is glorious.
This is my first game, man. I'm working on it.
You're good, man. You're good.
There's your inspiration dot on Bertram.
Blue.
Blue.
The blue. Okay.
Well, I'm going to stay center as well. I'm not going to move around that much because I think I'm in a good spot to hit both sides of the field here. So,
yeah.
And then for my bonus,
For your regular action, that was your bonus action.
my regular action. Let's see, what is the range on Fairy Fire? Let's see. 60 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on. What?
Where are you casting?
I'm going to cast it over on. Not the guy that Droop knocked back, but the other guy. Who's next? Who's up there?
You can long press on the map, and you should be able to ping.
Okay.
If you want. Yeah. There you go.
Okay, yeah, so this guy right here.
Okay, so it's a 20-foot cube, so it will get both of them.
Okay.
And you can angle it in such a way that it won't get an ally, because it doesn't differentiate between allies. I found out.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, really?
This is correct.
Yeah, so you can fairy fire your allies so that everybody has advantage on everybody.
Yeah, so you wanna hit like right where the middle of my thing is where that way it won't hit me.
Okay, so
I think it's just assumed that you're going to cast it in a place that isn't going to hit your allies. It's a little bit easier.
How do I control that? I'm trying to select it, but
You're good. You can just click
Yeah,
it, and
you
you just
just-
tell me that you want it in such a way that it won't hit your allies, and I can make sure that it won't.
okay.
And I'll let you know if like there's no option, like you will hit an ally with something too.
Okay.
Because sometimes there are some spells, sometimes that there's no way to not include an ally.
Okay.
So, unless you have meta magic, and you can use careful spell.
Okay.
That's a sorcerer thing. So.
Cool.
But all right, so you're getting these two. So that I believe that is a dexterity saving throw for those two. So top then bottom. Top failed. Bottom succeeded.
This bottom guy that's like his second
Like-
crit save.
yeah. He's cheating. I call that.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a crit save. It's a 21. So the other one, however, because it's prone, it still has disadvantage on these dexterity saving throws. So it critically failed that. So, what color is your fairy fire that appears on this? It'll be like a washed out version of that color. So
Let's go purple.
purple.
Yeah.
So it's covered like it's you can still tell that it's purple, but the color is still very like just very almost still going gray out.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. According to the spell violet.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I clicked the wrong thing.
Violet.
Oh, that's all right. So now you've put fairy fire onto that. Anything else for you? I imagine that's probably pretty close to it.
That is it.
Okay. Then we move on to the next ghoul that is now covered in fairy fire. It's going to take its movement to get up, and now because it's not coming up out of the ground, it only takes half of its movement to get up. So it is no longer prone, and then it can move a little bit. Only has 15 feet of movement left, though. There we go. So we'll go 5, 10, 15. It's the closest enemy that it can go for. So it's going to try to claw at you, Droop.
Ah, you honor Droop with battle.
20 to hit.
And it misses because my armor class is 21.
Damn!
Yeah. I'm a tank.
That's what armorers are. That's what armorers are for.
Some.
Droop.
All right, so this thing is just like clawing at the outside of the mech with no results at all. So on to that ghoul is dead. That ghoul is dead.
I thought you were saying the one that tried to attack Droop just is dead.
Nope. It's going.
He attacks and hits the armor, kills himself.
Yeah. Just runs at it head on, and
yes.
it just kills him. So he just bashes his own brains in.
And this one seems too eager to like go around to the other side. It just starts attacking you again. This other one, it begins to attack you, Droop, but they're not smart enough to go for flanking. So
Okay.
Nice.
with only a 15 to hit, it is not going to hit you.
Well, what is that 23 there? Is that disadvantage?
With these, it just always rolls.
Okay, yeah.
Always rolls the 2. I'm just not turning off the auto roll advantage thing.
Yeah.
I always just go with the left number, so because that's first.
Okay.
All right, and we are back up here with Arizar. He is going to just step up over to here, and he's going to go for the ghoul that is just below him. Knowing that you have given this vow of enmity toward the other one, he is going to the other foe.
1v1? Honor the 1v1, right, Eddie?
First, as his bonus action, he moves his hex over to this one.
Oh, that's right. He can move it.
Yep. It's like
Just like
almost
Hunter's
exactly like Hunter's Mark.
Which is funny because as my Paladin, he actually has Hunter's Mark as one of his spells because that was one I could choose.
I don't really know. Oh, it is just one of your spells. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So then he comes in at this ghoul with his axe. Come on, roll there. Why are you... Bless is not on roll 20. Thank you. All right. Well, 17 will still hit this creature. And he's going to deal 20 points of damage. Man, that is max again with
this guy, man.
I don't know.
DM perks.
Yeah, no kidding. Jeez.
So this creature, again, he kind of goes right in, just starts cutting into this thing's torso. It's now like half of its body is kind of just falling off to the side. It's still kind of stumbling around and making those zombie like noises of as it comes at him to try to bite him. But we move on to Bertram's turn.
Y'all can't hear it, but I actually have like zombie sounds happening for the stream and everything, so
I don't want to hear about you watching Walking Dead while we're playing.
Hey man, it's a good show. I don't care what anyone says. All right. I've already got advantage on this guy because of the divine sense that I wasted on this weak enemy. I didn't know I can only use it once per long. I did look it up. It's once per long rest until I get to like level 6, and then it's twice. So,
yeah.
Which is fine. It's cool. I should have looked into it more. Should have done my homework.
It's all right.
And that gives me advantage.
I almost feel like it's still in character for Bertram.
Yeah.
Just
that's
damn creature.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna stay put then and attack this guy right there who I've pointed my sword at and yelled at.
All right.
And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to bring Charles to bear and hold him in front of me and be like, by the power of Charles, I smite thee. An advantage. Charles, 2 hands. 25 to hit.
25 to hit will hit.
And I'm going to... this guy wasn't attacked yet, was he?
Nope.
I'm going to pump a Divine Smite into him.
Okay.
I need to make sure... That's a spell slot, correct?
Yes, it'll be one spell slot. I believe you only have level 1 right now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Later on,
I just want to make sure that I'm keeping track of stuff, so...
Yep.
Okay. Attack! Yeah.
Yep, you should just be able to click on that and it will roll all of it.
9 + 9 + 4. And
So,
9 and 4 of
22?
that are radiant damage as well.
Yep. So let's see. That is 18 plus 4 is 22, which is funny enough, undamaged the exact amount of hit points you needed.
Yes.
What does your Divine Smite look like? Have we seen you Divine Smite before?
I have used it, but I don't know if I described it as much. I think I just he just holds his sword above him and a light comes down, and imbues the sword with holy light energy, and then when the hit takes, it's just it's just a bright light, almost like someone just took a picture with the flash on.
Okay.
And of course I'm posing when it happens because I do think it's a camera every time.
Oh yeah. Probably knuckling your mustache afterwards.
Yes. And I just
basically explodes.
I kind of just do an arm cross, turn away from him towards the camera, and as he turns to dust from the smite.
You gotta flick your hair.
Yeah, just it's in slow motion somehow, even though everything else isn't. But somehow I have that power to move my hair in slow motion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
perfect.
And then I'm gonna go move down here to get some flanking on this guy.
Perfect.
Let me double check. I really don't think I have anything I can do as a bonus action. I don't know if any of my spells. That's not.
You flick your hair again.
Oh. I mean, I could do. Well, I don't want to use another spell on that. Yeah, I think I'm not going to use another spell slot on these guys. They seem, not too strong. And we've got this guy. Okay, quit moving my thing around, man.
Oh, sorry.
I'm trying to look at shit, and you're flipping my page around. DM perks.
I actually did not mean to do that. I just opened your thing to look at to make sure that other things were actually on there appropriately.
Okay. Well, give me 1 second, and then I'm just gonna end my turn there. I can't do anything else, so. I'm good.
Perfect.
I'm good. You may peruse my character sheet at your leisure now, good sir.
Yeah. Instead, we're going to move on to the next ghoul that is, beginning to fall apart. I don't know why it skipped it, but the ghoul that is currently being flanked, and it is going to try to claw at Arizar as he is the one who has dealt damage to it. 13. I don't think that hits because Hexblade Warlocks are actually pretty tanky. Yep. So that didn't hit. You guys just see this thing, coming at him, and he kind of just fends it off with this axe made of mist, and then kind of kicks it, boots it back toward Bertram. Droop. I apologize. I'm gonna move the turn order back up to Droop, and then we should be ready to go. All right, Droop, it is your turn.
Yes, Droop uses the Thunder Gauntlet with advantage against this one.
Punch it.
Droop hits for 24.
Nice.
24 hits.
7 thunder damage.
7 thunder damage. Wow, that's 7. That's with you only rolling a 2 for your damage. So that's still pretty damn good. I guess you want to describe how this one is exploding because it didn't have a lot of hit points left?
I punch into its chest with my thunder punch, and it just. It's basically just like a cattle prod just shocking it, and it's just a big smoky thing, and it just turns to ash and just falls around my fist. And I'm just standing there like, yeah.
In fact, from the amount of sound, because I imagine because it's a thunder gauntlet, so has like a thunderclap to it almost as well.
Oh yeah.
And so it's like part of its body is like also disintegrating a little bit from the damage that you dealt to it as well.
Yeah.
And it falls to the ground dead again.
That's the end of my turn. I can't do anything else.
All right. Then that ghoul is dead. We are on to Goros's turn.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and go on the attack now. So I'm going to go ahead and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to go ahead and use Vicious Mockery on this guy right here. When I just move to in front of Bertram.
Okay.
And it's going to sound a little like, don't worry, you'll look way better when I remove your head.
Nice.
That's my mockery there. So there's that, and I will roll a d4.
All right, go for it. Roll a d4, and I will see if I will make it do a wisdom save.
4.
Provided it fails, it will be doing 4 psychic damage.
Nice.
Critical failure for its wisdom save. So, as you say that, the insult, you can see it kind of like grasping at its head, and then its head just kind of pops. Because you guys are dealing massive damage to these things, so.
You just kill it with you mocked him to death.
What I do?
You just cyberbullied that freaking thing to death.
Oh man, I feel bad for the zombie.
Little guy.
That's hilarious.
I took off his head though, just like I said.
You did.
Yeah, that you did. Anything else for you, Goros? You still have a bonus action left, I believe.
Bonus action. I'm gonna sit on. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm gonna sit on that one. We're all out of range anyways for pretty much everything else. So.
All right. Then we move on to the last living ghoul, and it's just going to go for an attack against you, Droop.
Yeah.
I actually do need to fix something on it because it has disadvantage on attacking you.
Aha!
I'll just turn on the toggle for it. And it is going to try to claw you. For a critical failure.
Droop just stands there in his mech suit, just standing there like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's like zombies attacking an actual Abrams tank.
Yep.
Like ding ding ding.
It kind of smacks its face against your armor. In a as its claws come in, it just kind of it hits, and its arm kind of crumples underneath it as it smacks its face into your armor as it realizes that you have no give whatsoever. Doesn't hurt itself though, but that's it for its turn. And since we are back at the top of the round, something else begins to happen.
Oh, I
as
knew
I'm sure
it.
you guys probably expected. The gargoyles begin to move. Their wings begin to start to
No way!
Oh my.
So we're adding them to the initiative.
Ooh.
And you also hear a cackling coming from somewhere else in the
Ooh.
area.
I should have saved my divine channel.
At least you didn't use all your spell slots, though.
Yep, right, yep. That's true.
That is. So we are on to Arizar's turn here. as he kind of he lets his axe disappear into mist. Takes a few steps over the bodies over here, and the mist begins to form into a crossbow.
Ooh.
And he then points the crossbow at the one battling Droop currently.
Wow.
While also moving the hex over to it.
Does he not notice the gargoyles?
He's just going to get rid of the fodder first.
Fair enough. I was just curious, like maybe he has horse blinders on.
he recognizes, but he also there's a certain flaw that I'm currently playing on right now. So.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
So he shoots this crossbow at the at this other ghoul that is currently smashing its face against Droop.
Lower. No.
For 23 to hit.
God.
And let's see the damage. 16 points of damage. As this crossbow bolt literally goes through this thing's eye out the other side, and it ineffectually falls to the ground.
Nice.
All right. And then these that will be all for his turn, as he kind of just like looks down at looks around at the carnage of ghouls. Rage still kind of glowing in his eyes there. And we are on to Bertram.
Okay. I'm assuming I noticed the gargoyles.
Oh yeah.
And I sense that
Gargoyles
evilness.
Yep.
Yeah, enemies, I'm assuming.
It still smells like feet in the air.
You also
Right.
sense with your divine sense something worse.
Hmm.
You can't tell where it's coming from because now that you're out here, it kind of permeates the area.
Ew,
Okay.
That nasty jockstrap smell. That's the only thing worse than feet.
Ooh.
Got that famunda cheese smell.
There's a fungus among us.
Also, you know what, Bertram? Before you start, go ahead, since it's the beginning of your turn. Make a perception check. Free. This is a free perception check.
Oh boy, these have been great so
Go
far.
blowing it. I'll go
8
blowing it. It's
again.
the only free one. Good job.
What is with
Congrats.
perception checks in every character I make?
This was a super easy perception check.
Okay.
So, you also notice just to the south of you, the ground seems to be moving.
Ooh. I'll be like, ground, be aware, it's moving. Don't know what this is yet, but my mustache is tingling.
Is it like an earthquake moving, or is it just like there's...
something's trying to come up out of the ground?
Okay, all right.
Oh my god. Okay. It is my turn.
It is your turn.
Because I've got it, I'm gonna flaunt it. No. Against this gargoyle here, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
Because I can move that shit around. So I want that out there for extra damage on things right now. That's a bonus action.
It's one of the most useful things about Hunter's Mark.
So you deal an extra. I mean, do I have Hunter's Mark on here somewhere that I can actually do that, or am I just?
Can edit it.
I mean, we can just roll extra 1d6s. You don't have to do anything special. I don't want to take any more time.
It's not going to take me very long. Go ahead and just tell me. I'm going to move to your core while you're.
I can hit a bubble on Hunter's Mark. Does that automatically activate?
No,
it?
that won't do it.
Oh.
No. I'll show you here in just a second. Just mark down that have you marked your spell slot?
I'll have.
All right. I'm going to go to the core real quick.
Okay.
So there is right here.
I'm gonna move my dude in the meantime.
Go for it.
I can. There we go. Just gonna move him right up to this dude.
There. And now you have Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
There you go.
I
Didn't take long.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay. But so that applies to anyone that attacks it, or just me? I can't remember how Hunter's Mark works.
That's just you.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Similar,
Okay.
and you said you targeted this one, the goblin, not the goblin, the gargoyle. So your left.
Yeah, the one that I'm engaging in combat.
All right.
And
There you
then I'm going to use my action to attack him with Charles.
All right.
Bring him to bear.
Perfect. So these gargoyles are on either side of the door. They're not like up in the air or anything like that. Either,
Okay.
Just in case anybody's wondering.
Okay, at least not yet. Mm.
Yep.
All right, Charles. And this is normal. I'm not at an advantage in any way or anything. Hunter's Mark doesn't give me advantage.
Just normal.
Just a
Normal attack roll with
normal,
Charles.
Plain Jane Charles attack. Here we go.
Yep.
Please don't suck. Jesus Christ. Can I use my
Still
inspiration
have,
to re-roll? Because we get an
you.
inspiration at the start of every freaking... That was a crit failure, by the way, in case anyone was curious.
You
Re-
couldn't
And don't
tell by
forget-
my cackling.
Don't forget that if you do have like a narrow miss, you still have bardic inspiration, although it doesn't help
Yeah.
with crit fails.
No, that wouldn't have helped. But we have our regular inspiration at the start of every game, right?
Oh,
This is correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Please hit.
Fail,
Jesus.
fail.
15?
15 will hit this
Okay.
creature.
I will save my bardic inspiration. Actually, I might use it because I can use it in the attack, right? Or is it just to hit?
It is just to hit.
Okay, so I will not
Actually, you
use
know
it
what?
because
Goras, on your character sheet, there should be one of your features should say magical inspiration. Can you put that up there for me?
Magical inspiration. There it is.
So, because you have Hunter's Mark on this thing, you could put the damage into the Hunter's Mark damage.
Oh.
Add an extra d6.
that'd be kind of cool. I might do that. Let's see what kind of damage I do though, since 15
Yeah.
hit.
Yep.
Barely. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a regular hit for now.
Then it will be.
So 5
So
plus 8 plus
13.
7.
It's 20.
This thing is not undead, so
Oh,
you don't get the undead damage to it. But you do 13 points of damage
okay.
as you start to hack at the side of it. It does seem to affect it as much as you would expect it to.
It does
So
or it doesn't.
you're dealing your normal amount of damage. You
Oh.
would think that if you were using your other weapon, your other longsword, you probably would only you wouldn't be doing as much.
Oh. Okay. Can I go ahead and just throw in that inspiration damage into the hunter's
Oh, yeah.
mark?
Go for it.
That's a 1d6.
Yep, roll another d6.
Roll 6.
No, you know
Wow.
I'm not going to. 3.
Yep. And we'll turn off the bardic inspiration sticker. There we go.
Okie dokie.
All right. Anything else?
I'm good.
All right.
I've done all I can.
Then we move on to Droop.
Droop.
You no longer have a ghoul harassing you.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Droop's gonna move here. Boop, that's my full movement. Then I'm gonna use Thorn Whip against this dude.
Ooh.
Okay.
Katow! For 25 to hit, this is what it does. Make a melee spell attack against the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 1d6 piercing damage. If the creature is large or smaller, you pull the creature up to 10 feet closer to you. So that would put it
Nice.
in that block right there.
Yeah, that and yeah, a 25 will hit. So go ahead and roll your damage as you pull this thing towards you.
5 piercing damage.
All right. So you see this thing like flares its wings as it tries to like prevent itself from being pulled towards you, but in the end, it's just unable to be unable to stop itself from being pulled.
Yeah. I would like to imagine Thorn Whip is basically just like a grappling hook gun, and the piercing damage is the hook like grabbing into it, and that's it.
Yeah, I like it. All right. Anything
Hell
else for
yeah.
you, Drew?
It should be. That's all I can do.
All right, then we are on to Goras.
All right. Well, since it worked last time, first I'm gonna cast Bardic Inspiration on Drew.
On Drew.
All right.
Let's call him Drew from now on.
But Drew.
We got
No,
Keith,
I heard Drew.
Carl, Kevin, Drew now.
Drew's not a name you hear very often anymore.
I said Drew.
Yeah.
Wow.
Your audio cuts out every now and then. We need to get your Discord so it's not cutting your voice off. So all I heard was Drew.
We're just,
We can work
and I'm
on
just
it.
making a reference toward another character that we all like to give
Yes.
different names to. So
Yeah.
you're good.
You're talking
All
about
right,
Kurt,
so
right?
No, Keith,
Yep.
man, we're talking about Keith.
Yeah. Kyle. He punches holes in drywall.
With chromatic
I'm
orbs.
gonna move over here,
Okay.
Oh.
and I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery again.
You're so brave.
All right.
I'm gonna tell this gargoyle troglodytes smell like roses by comparison. As I roll my d4.
All right.
Dang.
All right, and it,
what the
and it
frick?
failed.
Why that? Okay. That's cool. That's
All
cool.
right.
Everyone succeeds. It's cool.
And the cool thing is with Vicious Mockery, if you'd like to put that up for us to read, I believe it also makes this gargoyle have a disadvantage on its next attack roll.
I believe so. Let me put it right there. Boom.
Yep. Have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. So its next attack will have disadvantage.
I'm gonna mock the crap out of everything that's gonna happen here. No.
All right. Well, with that in mind, we move on to this gargoyle's turn that you just mocked. Let me see. So it has two options here and has enough wisdom to differentiate between the two. So, Zach, odds or even?
Evens.
All right. So evens it will attack you. Odds it will attack Droop. That's a 3. That GM rolled, but it's a 3. So Droop, this gargoyle is going to try to attack you.
Ah! For how much?
Let's find out here as soon as I can turn on its disadvantage. So it's going to come in and try to bite you first for a 14 to hit.
Droop laughs at this bite.
And then its second attack will not be at disadvantage. It comes in with its claws, but it's just a normal attack for an 18.
He laughs it off as well. He's like, "Get out of here!" You bite.
Fair enough. Then we move on to the next gargoyle. And Bertram, it is going to just come at you.
Okay.
You had the audacity to attack it first.
Yes, I did.
So it's going to try to bite you. For a 14.
Negative.
And then it comes in with its claws raking at your chest, and it critically fails. So that is just a regular critical
I
failure.
look at Droop
It
and give
is
him a
gonna-
wink like I've been studying his movements and how to deflect attacks. Like, we're on the same page, buddy. Yes.
Well, then we move on to something else's turn.
Dun, dun, dun.
As you guys as you guys kind of are watching what's going on around you, you see another creature come leaping over. You can see that it seems like it's leaping from the very back of the mausoleum itself.
Oh.
And it lands literally from one end to the other, and you see this undead creature standing before you, and it cackles and it says, and you actually hear it as it begins to speak, and it says, "Come forth, my minions, and attack these foes." And I'm going to show you what he looks like.
Whoa.
He's in some armor. Looks like an edgelord.
Ooh.
But then,
He looks like he's been to a black parade or two.
right? I'm like, all right, Wizards of the Coast. That's a little bit edgier than I was expecting. But
Dark Lords of the Underworld.
but then he pulls up a longbow and takes a shot over there at Arizar.
Oh.
For a... Why are you rolling to GM? Roll 20. I turned that off.
That's how you hide the sneaky sneaks.
Apparently.
The sneak roll 20.
All right. So that was a 10. So that missed. Second shot is a 23 to hit.
Ooh.
As a shot embeds itself right into his shoulder, right up into there. That is only 9 points of damage.
Dang.
Not
Is that
9 plus 7.
Is that the first damage dealt to us?
I believe so. So let's see. All right. And that will be all that comes from him. And as he yells out his come my minions, the ground that you saw earlier shifting and moving, you see 3 more sets of hands start coming up out of the ground. As a few more ghouls come up out of the ground.
Gosh darn it.
So
Well, they're easy. We've been kicking their asses all over.
But it's still 3 more enemies we have to contend with. This sons of bitches.
Yeah.
come on, roll 20. Roll the initiatives. There we go.
Hey, all above me.
All right. And we move on to Arizar's turn as he kind of snaps the arrow out of his armor. He does appear to be hurt, but it doesn't seem to be bothering him too much. As you watch him then point his crossbow at the white that has appeared before you, and you now watch the magic of his hex move over to him.
Oh, nice.
There we go. And then his crossbow itself changes into an axe again as he runs past, taking the attacks of opportunity from these gargoyles.
Oh.
So they're going to both try to bite with a hit and a hit.
Good job, dude. Good job.
So for 12.
Plan, stick with the plan.
This freaking guy's gonna screw everything up. He's obsessed with
told you.
freaking undead things. Like, obsessed with them. I have no idea what that's like.
What?
But then he comes in with his axe and goes to attack for a 22 to hit.
No.
There you
Look at him
go.
go.
Well, there we go.
For 13 total damage.
Look at him go.
Nice.
Necrotic damage.
Yep, that's the hex.
Oh, okay.
All right, that's it for him. So Bertram,
Yes.
you are up. These gargoyles are still around. And,
Yes,
then
they
you
are.
also see the new ghouls appearing, as well as the white that summoned them.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
One thing
indeed.
all of you notice is that when he did that jump and landed
Oops.
over here,
I keep pressing the wrong
the,
thing. I want to close it.
you guys see a glowing of his a ring on his finger as he makes that jump.
Oh.
Was he the one in the ground earlier from the little like burrowing thing that was going on? Or
Those were the ghouls.
No, that was the ghouls coming up, digging their way up out of the ground.
okay.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Let me see here. Let me see.
Zombie everywhere. Zombie everywhere.
I'm going to cast Bane on the 2 gargoyles and this dude.
Okay.
What
Put
does
that
it
up there
do?
for me.
Bing. Up to 3 creatures of your choice that you can see within range must make charisma saving throws. Whenever a target fails the saving throw, makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends. Wait a minute. I'm not doing that because it's concentration.
Okay.
And I already have a concentration up.
I was just about to ask. You have Hunter's Mark,
So-
and I believe that is concentration.
Forgive me, I'm still not used to spell casting and concentration
Yeah,
stuff. It doesn't suck. It's just something I have to remember. Like, I think all of my spells are concentration. So, like, all the spells at my disposal, other than, like, cure wounds, all of them are, like, and command. All of them
That's
are
because
concentration.
Paladins, typically all of their stuff is like they're concentrating energy into their weaponry. That's why it's all concentrated.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's just something that I have a hard time remembering. So I'm just going to attack this gargoyle in front of me, and actually, I'm going to move without leaving anyone's range. I'm moving there to flank this other gargoyle for later. But I'm still going to attack the one that I have Hunter's Mark on. With Charles, 2 hands. Both hands. Please don't suck again. 23 to hit.
23 will hit that
And I'm going to be
too.
pumping in one last Divine Smite.
Okay.
Let me mark that off so I don't forget, because I will otherwise. Okay. Away! So, 17, 7, 7, and some of that doesn't work because he's not undead, so I'll let you figure out the damage.
Yep, you're doing.
There's a bunch
You're
of
going to be
sevens.
doing.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I just like slot machined, baby. 7, 7, 7.
You're-
Woo. Ding, ding, ding,
You're
ding.
doing 24 points of damage.
Yes.
So yeah, that's and you maxed out your divine smite damage.
Damn. Yeah.
Which is always nice.
Yeah. Heck yeah. And Hunter's Mark, or was that the one?
Hunter's Mark only dealt 1. Yep.
Okay. Got it.
Oh
He's still alive.
Actually, describe its death as it crumbles at your feet.
Well, yeah, just similar to how we've seen Divine Smite. I lift my sword, Charles, as high as it possibly can, and I beseech upon my deities. Wait, I don't think I have deities, actually. That's more of a cleric
Paladins
thing.
don't have to.
Well,
They can if you want.
I
but
think
they
we've
don't have
decided
to.
he didn't. He just is like, by the power of my mustache, I put the divine power into Charles. Retribution shall be mine, and I smote him.
Little does Bertram know his mustache actually is a deity.
Good job,
As it should
my
be.
son.
And as this flash of divine light explodes outward, this thing literally just dusts, just stonework and dust fly backward from the sword slash.
Okay. And then
As the gargoyle is dead.
I still have a bonus action, correct? I don't think I did anything else. I'm gonna move Hunter's Mark to the new foe who has come into the fray.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Then
Actually,
we
can
move-
I retcon that? I would like to move it over to the other gargoyle for now. I'm not ready
Perfect.
to engage in this other dude quite yet.
There we go.
Sweet.
Is marked. Roll 20. Don't you dare start doing some stupid stuff. There we go. All right.
And
Then we
I
move on
am
to-
gonna stay put there and end my turn.
It's probably a good spot to be, I think.
I think so. Maybe.
These ghouls just begin to start like running toward the smell of fresh blood. And now this one is going to attack Droop. This time, even though they're not super smart, this one will have advantage because you are flanked.
Yeah.
They won't purposely go for flanking, but when they have it,
Sure.
you know. So it's going to claw at you for a 22 to hit.
That hits.
Damn
Droop
it.
is amazed.
Right.
Came out of
So
nowhere.
I need you to make a Constitution saving throw as you take 8 slashing damage. You save.
Had advantage. Yeah.
And you're good. You save. You're good.
Yeah,
It's like I said, you always just go with the left one if you roll it with advantage on
Yeah.
accident. So, but it Droop. It somehow found a seam in part of your neck, and it clawed at you.
I pulled a hose
But
out.
it is now your turn as this thing.
How much damage did that do? 8 slashing? Yeah.
8
so that
8 slashing.
that takes my 4 temp points away. Now, does that come back every turn, or is that?
If you use your bonus action to do so.
Oh, and it's my turn now. Okay, so now
Yes,
I can.
it is.
I'm going to use my bonus action to bring my 4 hit points
Defensive
back, or my
field
temp
up.
point. Yeah.
You see his shields regenerate.
Yes.
Overshield.
Exactly.
Imagine that sound right
I know you've
there.
been playing Halo lately. I know which terms to use to trigger you.
I think it's probably best to shocking grasp this gargoyle right here. That way, Goras can evacuate the premises without taking damage.
Plus, it'll be an advantage.
Unless, how does that gargoyle look? Is it like about dead or?
I mean, it's still looking pretty good. It only took one little bit of damage
Like,
so far.
Yeah, five piercing damage. All right, so I'm going to shocking grasp it.
Took my insult.
Also, I would like to point out before you do
Yeah.
that, it
Uh-huh.
already used its reaction to attack Arizar as he ran past them.
Oh, that's
So it doesn't have any more right now, and you would know that
Okay.
being a seasoned warrior
Okay,
at this
all
point.
right. Yes, Droop season, like chicken.
Delicious.
Well, in that case, instead of the shocking grasp, I'll just use the. So many different things. Oh my gosh. I'll just use the Thunder Gauntlet against it.
Perfect.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no, it is flanked. I do have advantage on it.
Oh,
so-
yes.
You do have advantage. Yep. I was just about to say
Yes.
that. 18 will hit.
Fine.
Click your damage.
I click 11 damage.
All right, awesome. And now it will have disadvantage on attacking anything other than you.
Nice.
Cool.
There we go. All right. And you used your bonus action to re-up your temporary hit points.
Yes.
So,
I got 4 more back.
anything else for Droop?
No, I should be good. I don't need to move because I need to stay between all the zombies and everybody else. Yeah, so I'm good.
Yep. And in fact, we move on to the ghouls. And it's going to be the bottom most. I mean, they both have the same initiative technically, but and it's going to just run up to attack you. Does not have advantage. It's going to come out with its claws again. 22 to hit.
God, these freaking hoses! They're just out where they can get them.
That's 7 more slashing damage, and I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
All right.
What's the
and-
Constitution saving throws for with you? I can't remember.
So
See if I'm
with
paralyzed.
these,
Oh, okay.
yeah, with these ghouls, it's a feature to their claws.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Thank you.
Rolled a 14.
Yep, perfect. Then the next ghoul's gonna come up here,
Jeez.
and let's see. I'm going to see something here real quick. Yeah, it's not smart enough. It is actually going to try to attack you again, Droop.
Yes. Yes, bring it. I am the wall. And it fails.
For a-
Ha-ha! Finally.
11 will not hit you. I know that.
You are the walrus.
What?
All right.
It's a song, man.
Goroth.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I am the walrus.
And it is now Goros's turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and I cast Bardic Inspiration on Bertrand again since he no longer has it.
I definitely need it.
I got 2 left after this.
All right, perfect.
You're doing a good job, man. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing, man. You that support.
Yep.
Killing it.
I'm going to use Vicious Mockery once again on our gargoyle friend here.
All right. Go ahead and mock it, and I will.
You got a face only a sledgehammer could love, and has.
All right. It's going to fail its wisdom saving throw, so go ahead and roll your damage.
Nice. Oh.
All right. 1 psychic damage, but again, it appears hurt as you say these things.
It should be heard. Those are vicious words.
You see a little tear like fall up at his side. It's just like, man, that ain't right.
Anything else for you?
I'm going to move right here.
Okay. So, the ghoul is going to have the topmost ghoul is going to have 1 attack of opportunity on you, as it tries to claw at you as you move away.
Okay.
It's diagonal.
So here, yep.
Can I roll anything?
Nope. It's just going to try to attack.
Okay.
It's the 20 to hit. It's all right. They happen. These attack of opportunities happen.
Yeah.
But I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
You have advantage, I believe. So go ahead and roll it a second time. So you're good. That I'm going to count that for both your concentration and for against the paralysis. So you're good. You moved away.
Okay.
Yikes.
Yep. Right, and now the gargoyle. You know what? I know we're in the middle of combat, but I think right now it might be a decent time to stop, go to the bathroom, re-up on any snacks or drinks. Is everybody good with that?
Sure.
Yes.
We're at the top of the round, so I mean it's kind of a good spot to take a short break.
I concur.
All right. I normally don't like breaking up combat like this, but
That's all right.
good time to do it.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Well, we'll be right back in 10 minutes or so, something like that. Give or
Yeah,
take.
come back at 20.
Yeah, 20. That'll be 7 minutes. That's enough.
Okay.
Boom.
All right.
Perfect.
We'll be back.
But we are coming back in at the top of the round. We have beginning the turn with a gargoyle that is going to try to attack Droop because, it's distracted by the thunder gauntlets that Droop is employing. So it will have disadvantage because of the type of creature that it is. It has because of protection from evil and good that was cast earlier. And then since you are flanked, they will just be regular attack rolls. There won't be any advantage or disadvantage. So it's going to try to bite at you first. For an 18, which I know is not going to hit you, and then claw at you as well for a 22.
Oh, he found the hose. God.
Damn it, your hoses.
My hose is hanging out, bro.
Man.
It's only four slashing damage. So it only nicked the hose. It didn't fully cut the hose.
All right.
Those poor hoes.
I was waiting for that.
Not the hose.
Oh.
All right, and we move on to the white's turn as this gargoyle is attacking Droop. The white is going to first attempt to attack it kind of puts the bow down and pulls out a long sword, and then attacks at Arizar there, which is going to miss. So it rolls a 7. And then it also attempts. I'm going to GM roll this because of the type of attack that it is. So I don't want everybody to see what it is.
Oh boy.
It reaches out with its hand to try and grasp Arizar for a different type of attack for an 18 to hit.
Uh-oh, poor Arizar.
Which, if I'm remembering correctly, is a hit. It is. Alright, so that is going to be 7 necrotic damage that he's going to be taking.
Not good. How's our buddy looking? He's been hit a few times.
He's looking pretty rough. Pretty rough. Especially now. And he actually needs to make a Constitution saving throw as this attack seems to be trying to drain him of his vitality. But he succeeds. So, other than the damage itself, he doesn't seem to be much worse for the wear.
Okay.
So now we move on to Arizar. Now he is going to be trading blows with this guy. Oh, you know what? That should have set off one of his other things. That frosty armor that he kind of cast on himself earlier, that you guys saw.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as now when this guy actually makes like physical contact with him, he then gets blasted by this blast of cold that just radiates outward from Arizar himself.
Nice.
Let me just make sure that. All right, so he's going to be taking 10 points of cold damage.
Damn.
Because he's a warlock, so he has to cast it at the level 2. So, because warlocks have to cast at their highest spell slot, and they don't have any lower level spell slots. So you guys are talking about how little spells you have. He has 2 second level spell slots, and that's all that he has because he has no first level spell slots because he's a warlock.
Hey, so still 10 damage.
Yeah, no, it's just funny. It becomes a like you have to manage your resources really well with warlocks.
Fair.
But then anyway, he comes in now with his axe again, to slash at this guy. So, and you know what? He is also going to do something else. First thing he does is, as a bonus action, you see on top of the hex curse that he put on this guy, he now also uses a what's called the Hexblade's curse.
Oh.
So he adds 2 extra damage to every hit against this guy, and his crits are basically on 19s or 20s against him.
Nice.
So I'm just fixing that. You can only do that once per day. So here we go. With his axe. Ooh. 15 to hit. Just barely hits. You guys see, like, as Arizar comes in with this axe, it almost seems like this guy's going to be able to block it. But he still connects, just barely.
What's with these necrotic rolls, man?
That's the hex.
I know, but why is it a 1 again? You need to use your DM
every
powers.
time it's a 1.
Well, no, I mean, he rolled 6s 2 times in a row against the ghouls. Maybe this guy just has an anti-DM.
He's just too emo for the DM to attack.
Right? He's too much of an edgelord for the necrosis to actually do anything.
Do you even necrotic, bro?
Do you even necrotic? No, I ought
his Karen Bob is just too much for the DM.
Oh,
Too
God.
edgelord.
Oh, my
Green Ding
God.
But that will take up Arizar's turn, and we now move on to Mr. Mustache himself.
Yes, it is I.
Pants.
I have returned. I didn't actually go anywhere, but that's not the point. I'm very limited on what I can actually do at this point, unfortunately. So I'm just going to two-hand attack this gargoyle because I'm getting sick of seeing him. And at advantage because I'm flanking this mofo. Come on, Charles, it's time to shine.
Go, Chuck.
It was almost a 20, a nat 20. I saw it. 16 to hit, though.
That will in fact hit. And wait, that was that? Yeah, because the 8 is right next to the 20. So yeah,
the 2, the one that's a 2 was also a 20 for a second, and then it rolled to the 2. Like, fate this day is like, no lube. No lube.
Well, your 16 will still hit this gargoyle.
Okay. That and take this. 3 from the Hunter's Mark, 10 slashing. Is it the Radiant that doesn't do anything?
The Radiant doesn't do anything, yes.
So 13 damage.
The gargoyle itself is not undead.
Correct.
All right, there we are. It is. This thing is like on its last legs. You can see like the damage, the cracks kind of running up and down its body as it's starting to fall apart.
Okay.
You gonna get it?
I can't do anything as a bonus action either. Unfortunately, I don't think.
You could still roll your extra d6 if you would like for your.
Oh, that's right. I forgot I had that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Go ahead and roll your d6 to just add a little bit of extra damage to it. There you go. As now, like this thing's one of its arms is basically falling off. It's still moving, but it is like knocking on the mausoleum doors over here. It wants in.
Whoever attacks next. No.
Yeah, I don't think I can do anything else. So yeah, I'm just gonna hunker down right here and end my turn.
All right. Then we move on to one of these ghouls.
Quit rolling high, ghouls.
This one will just have a normal attack. It won't be at disadvantage or advantage because of the flanking. So 10 to hit will not hit you, I know.
I'm depending on our tank to tank successfully so I don't have to worry about him.
But that's all that ghoul can do. So we are on to Droop.
It's Droop's turn.
Droop.
Droop, the gargoyle to on the other side of you is looking really rough.
Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna leave it there. Goros can take care of it. He's gonna. He's gonna ask to see the manager.
Wait. Can you just run that by me one more time? What is Goros gonna do?
Just like that.
All
Just
right.
like that.
I have faith in my friends. They will kill.
Perfect.
Yes.
If I use Thunder Wave, will it hit all 3 of these dudes?
Ooh.
Or will it only hit, like, will the Kona influence only go out to, like, maybe hit 2 of them or something like that?
Let us ask. Roll 20.
Oh, great.
Well, if you hit the guy
Error.
You should hit all 3, right?
If he does what?
If he hits the guy diagonal to him, it should hit all 3, shouldn't it? It's passing through all.
Yeah. There's the cone.
Yeah.
So yeah, it will hit. It'll hit all 3.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to Thunder Wave diagonally in that direction right there.
All right. Perfect.
At the first level, DC 15, 6 thunder damage if they fail.
All right. So and that's Constitution save. So we'll go top right, middle, and then bottom left. So that is a success. Fail.
Nice. 2 out of 3. Them good odds.
So
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
that one, the top right one seems to kind of tank the attack itself, standing up to the blast of sound, but the other 2 get knocked back. That's 5, 10.
That's right. Thunder damage is sound damage, isn't it? I've been sitting here thinking it was
Yes.
like electrical damage for
No,
He's
that would be
also, right?
that would be lightning damage.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, never mind. Nothing. Answer my own question. Sorry.
You're good.
Hey,
You're
that's the
good.
best way to do it sometimes.
I'm stupid, though. We're good.
Man, we all learning still, bro.
Anything else?
I'm kind of retarded, guys. No.
Anything else from you, Droop?
I'm going to use my bonus action to add 4 more HPs back to my temp thing, and that's it. That's my turn.
Nice. All right. And we move on to the bottommost ghoul on the left that just got launched. It is going to come running right back up because these things are not smart. And it is going to try to attack you. For a miss, because that is 9.
It misses, yes.
And the other one is also going to try to run up again to attack you. It's like Dawn of the Dead over here.
Popular.
For an 11, which I know will also still miss
Yes.
you. And then we move on to Goros.
Well, spouting off a little smack here. I'm going to use my vicious mockery on our gargoyle friend here.
Okay.
Haha, guys, look, it thinks it's people. That works. It's not people. With the 3.
Oh, let's see. How will its wisdom saving throw go? This time it succeeds against your vicious
Dang.
mockery. You can almost hear it saying, "I am people."
Okay, okay, I'm going to go ahead for my bonus action, put Bardic Inspiration. Let's see, does...
Bertram
Droop
used
has
his.
it.
Yep, Droop still has it.
Put it back on Bertrand over
I
here.
definitely don't even need it. Like, I'm rolling so good tonight. But
I'm just we got a boss fight right
no,
over there.
I'm being sarcastic. I need that shit. Give it to me.
Do it! Bring the boss fight.
I need it. I need it.
You got it. Take it.
Yeah.
Speed.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's go past and set the world on fire! Inspired!
Yeah, right.
Yes.
Bertram, you are inspired again.
I inspired your mustache, if anything, so set the freaking world on fire, okay?
Oh my god, I'm so inspired.
It powers up right there, Dragon Ball Z style.
It's just... Anyways, let's get back on track. Let's get back on track. Let's get back on track.
The still living gargoyle, now irritated at the mockery sent its way, is going to, at disadvantage, try to attack the bard that has been irritating it. It is going to try to bite you for a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then claw at you for an 11 to hit.
So 19 total damage?
No, the 11 to hit. So that's against your armor class.
Okay.
Does
We're good.
all right? So your AC is higher than 11.
Yes, I have 12.
So perfect. All right. That's it for the gargoyle then.
Am I remembering correctly that we all started with a potion of health?
Yeah, we
Yes,
all
everybody
had.
has a healing
Okay, I don't
potion
think
as
anyone's used them yet.
Yeah.
I don't think. So just remember that we have them.
How much damage did I take there total?
well. 8 piercing
Yeah, you only
damage.
took 8.
Alright.
Yep. So the first, yeah. So that first roll is just to see if it actually hits you. The second roll is your damage.
Okay.
All right. Then we move on to the white that is locked in mortal combat with Arizar.
Mortal Kombat.
As it reaches out again to try to seemingly trying to absorb his life force.
Leave him alone.
4 and 18 to hit again.
Gosh.
So 5 more necrotic damage, and then Arizar has to make another Constitution save.
Come on, bro.
Just a second.
Come on, bro.
You got it.
Oh. So
What happened?
Wow.
the life drain
Critical
is
failure.
what it's doing. He critically failed. So the life drain, if he fails these Constitution saving throws, hit point maximum is reduced by the amount equal to the damage taken. Because he critically failed, he's going to have 10 less instead of 5 less.
Shit, he's getting
Maximum hit points.
messed up.
Yeah. So I mean, he's still looking like he's obviously rough, but now you can even see the just he looks now even more exhausted than you would expect him to be.
He needs to just hold out. Just hold out,
Wait,
man.
brings down his maximum hit points,
Yep.
not his
And if
actual
you're-
HP.
No, it does both.
Okay.
So like he loses the hit points, and his hit point maximum is reduced. If your
Does
hit
that
point
go
maximum
away
is
after the fight?
after a long rest, I believe.
Okay. All right.
The reduction lasts until the target finishes a long rest.
Mm.
Thing is if the target dies, if this effect reduces its hit point maximum to 0.
Yeah,
No
it
deck
dies
save.
without. Yeah,
So-
with no saves or nothing. It's just like you ain't got.
Yep.
You don't exist.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then it's also going to come in again with another long sword attack. To strike him with that. Only for a 16 to hit. So Arizar, despite the exhaustion on his face, he manages to dodge out of the way of that longsword strike.
Yes. Hang in there, buddy. Hang in there.
Let's see. And now it is Arizar's turn. Might be a good idea. Let's see what this does. Nah. You guys watch as he begins to cast a spell on his axe. You see his axe begin to glow with the light of a type of smite. It's going to be called the branding smite.
Nice.
It will be radiant damage. So if he hits, actually,
Better
I
hit.
might have to retcon that. Yep, we're gonna retcon that because that is a concentration spell, and so is Hex. He would lose Hexed if he does that. So
Freaking concentration. Is there
Yep.
ever a way you can concentrate on more than one at a time? Like, is there a feat or anything?
there
That's
isn't.
just-
I mean, if you use the spell through a magic item, like the Goros's instrument, because he used action from good and evil from that, he doesn't have to concentrate on it, making it so he could concentrate on something else. Otherwise, no, there's not much.
Okay, I was just curious.
So instead, yeah. No, it's a very good question to ask. So instead, he will just
Swing away, Meryl.
he is actually going to instead just use a cantrip called Booming Blade. And it just basically he coats his weapon in a thunderous energy. If the white tries to move away, it will deal an extra 1d8 damage if it moves willingly. So then he comes with his axe.
Nice.
For 23 to hit.
What the
Man.
heck? What's with this? I think necrotic damage is broke, yo. That's like the third
Oh.
one in a row.
And
That's alright.
this white that he's fighting though appears like it seems to be like you can also see it starting to wear thin on its own abilities. They're both working each other down pretty hard.
That's kind of what I was hoping for.
And then move on to Bertram and the mustache.
All right. Oh boy. I'm going to attack this gargoyle again at advantage with Charles.
You could try.
23 to hit.
Will hit.
Okay. Okay. All right. Great.
You can roll your damage if you want, but it's going to be dead either way. So.
Okay. So he's got one left.
Basically.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just let's just see what happens. Yeah. It would have been a pretty beefy hit still.
Yeah,
I don't believe like oh, I've rolled it and I've wasted it, but whatever, that's bullcrap. Fate hates me no matter when I roll. So.
to be fair, that 16 for your slashing, just the straight slashing damage, is your max damage against.
Yeah.
Right, for your slashing. So
yeah, the hunter's mark was max and the 16 was max. So
yeah,
that was a good hit. I prefer to know that I would have just obliterated him.
Yep.
I like to think that I take Charles and I cut off his wings. Because I'm assuming he has wings. He never used them because he's an idiot. I cut his wings off. It's like, if you're not going to use them, then you're going to lose them. I cut his wings off and then I decapitate him as well.
Did you put his wings on you?
No. Well, not defile this with that, please. Yeah, you know. And I'm going to bonus action move Hunter's Mark to the white. Okay.
I was waiting for the I must ask you a question.
Oh, I'm not that clever. And then I'm also going to maneuver 5, 10, 15, and 20 on the other side of this white to flank him and end my turn.
All right. Then we move on to one of the ghouls. It no longer has flanking, so it's just going to be straight disadvantage as it tries to claw at you. Droop for an 18.
It misses because I have a 21 AC.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Droop is strong.
Yes.
Keep those things distracted.
Yep, exactly. He's doing a great job. You're doing a great job, man.
Speaking of though, Droop, it is your turn.
Oh. Yes, it is. I'm going to, now that I kind of just not flanked anymore, which is great. I love it. I'm going to Thunder Gauntlet. You know what? Let's just start from the top to bottom. This top one right here. I'm going to Thunder Gauntlet that guy for a 13 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
For 6 thunder damage. He's feeling the base.
This thing reels backward as you punch it in the face. And then just kind of starts trying to claw at you again.
Alright, well that's all I could do because I got all my temporary hit points, so. Yeah.
Alright, then we move on to the other two ghouls. I'm just going to make both their attacks at the same time. The bottom left critically fails, so just let me double check.
Oh, dang it.
That's low enough that it
I would have loved him to just obliterate himself against your hole or something. And that would have been so nice.
It does fall to the ground as it ineffectually claws at you, so it is prone. And then the bottom middle just misses. It comes in for another claw attack and is unable to hit you.
Alright.
Matrix dodge.
Yeah.
Oh, these things. It also like smacked its face on your armor. It just didn't fall over like it did.
They're just flopping against my mech suit like a zombie going against a wall. Just
basically. And now, Goros, it is your turn.
Alright, well. Let's see here. I am going to move myself right here. And I am going to go ahead and cast. Was it Dissonant Whispers?
Okay.
Is that
just to ask? Are you moving into melee range for a reason?
Oh no, I wasn't. Never mind. I read the wrong thing on that. Never mind. Ha.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said 5 feet. That's the wrong spell.
Yeah, I would say like as a bard, you're a little bit squishy, so I avoid getting next to things.
No,
Get next to the undead guy with the big sword. Yeah, bad idea.
No, I said 5 feet. So I'm actually right here instead, actually.
Okay.
This guy's still in the way, and I will use Dissonant Whispers. Let's see.
Go ahead and put that out there for me. Okay, I will roll the wisdom saving throw. For a 13. So he fails.
Yes.
So roll your 3d6 psychic damage.
Whispering sweet nothings to this guy.
It with 12 damage.
Nice.
12 damage, and then go ahead and read to us the secondary effect. It starts just after 3d6 psychic damage.
Okay, and must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far away as its speed allows away from you. The creature has moved into obviously dangerous ground, such as fire or pit. On a successful save, the target takes half as much damage as it does move away. A defended creature automatically succeeds on the save. So he's got a...
So he has to move, which also sets off the...
attacks of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity and the booming blade that Arizar hitting with.
That's good.
So, rolling a d8 for that, which is... Roll, please. One thunder damage. So far, he's taken a total of 13 damage.
Oh.
Okay.
Go ahead and Bertram, make your attack of opportunity as this guy begins to run away.
Does Hunter's Mark still apply? So I think it's
it should.
And I'm just
I think
using.
It's every time you do damage, right?
As far as I know.
Put it out in the chat.
If I can find it. Choose a creature you can see within range. Until the spell ends, you deal extra 1d6 damage to target whenever you hit it with a weapon attack. And you have advantage on any wisdoms or perception survival checks, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, basically you can track this thing regardless of how far it runs.
Tracking you.
Super easily. But it says whenever you hit it with a weapon attack,
okay.
So Hunter's Mark will deal that extra damage.
Okay. And, is he still technically flanked? He
is still technically flanked, because so first, he will be moving from Arizar's space. So give me just a second. So Arizar will
So is it not flanked then?
He will not be flanked. I just thought about that. And
I wasn't sure how that worked. If the attack of opportunity happens before they move, but I think it pretty much says when they move out of range. So.
Yep. So, all right. So that's now 26 total damage on this turn.
Damn.
And then he continues. So that was only 5 feet. 10. So now you can make your attack of opportunity. With Charles.
18 to hit.
And that will hit.
And that's 18.
And the radiant damage from this will affect him.
He's undead, so 4 from the Hunter's Mark, 14 slashing, and 8 radiant damage.
Yep. So that is 26 more, I believe.
Damn!
And he's so far also taken 26 points of damage total from the turn.
Dude,
so that's
that whispers, that's the way you use that too. Like when there's all this stuff stacked up. That's amazing.
All right. So then the between the dissonant whispers, he's grasping his head and trying to swipe at things that aren't there. Arizar comes in, lops off one of his arms as he's running past, and then Bertram comes in, and as this guy begins to run past, he just off with his head.
Oh!
As this holy energy, dude, you guys did 52
did
points
50
of
I know, but it's still a boss. I just didn't. Okay, I'm down with that.
You gotta think we're only level 4. This is beginning stuff. You did 50 damage to this dude.
Yeah, and
You did level 6 damage to this guy.
So that you basically just in that one turn alone, you did like almost half of his hit points.
Dude,
So and
seriously,
he was already pretty low.
that is
so.
clutch bard right there. That's why bards are awesome. That is how you
Dissonant
use a
Whisper,
bard.
not a joke. Yep. So that, as that white falls to the ground headless, radiant damage kind of eating away at its body, the other ghouls that are fighting suddenly just stop moving, and then just kind of falls to the ground,
Oh.
unmoving, as their master that summoned them is dead.
Rip's just gonna stomp on him, just like.
Are
Just
we?
have a
there,
little
a lot of-
time.
You just feel it in the ground, just on top of it.
Yeah, everybody can feel just the ground moving as he's doing that.
Are we out of combat?
You are out of combat.
Nice.
Good
Good job,
board.
guys. Good job.
Arizar kind of leans over, picks up the arm, pulls off the ring that was on its hand, and says "Droop," and then tosses it to you. So you have a ring that is very obviously magical.
I'm just gonna hold it. I can't identify it yet, can I? No, I don't have
Not
identify. Can I do
No,
like a Arcana check on it to like know what it is? or anything like that?
Because you did see it doing something as this guy jumped into the combat. So go ahead and do an Arcana check.
23.
Nice.
So you would guess that this is what's called a ring of jumping.
Oh.
And it
nice.
basically, long story short, Ring of Jumping allows you to cast the jump spell as a bonus action. The jump spell itself triples your jumping distance until the spell ends.
Either of you ever play Mech Warrior?
I was about to say something like
You
that.
just got some jump jets on that mech, yo.
Ninja Gaiden for a second, like boom.
Sheesh. Could he?
So, how far can I jump? What is my jump distance? My speed?
So that's hard. I have to actually look at your character. I'll get you an answer later, because I have to look and see if there's anything that affects that because of your Artificer type.
Yeah. Because I'm wondering what I could do is like, if I could enter a battle and jump and then do damage to people with like landing, if I could do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Because you think I'm a 500-pound mech, like, and I just hit the ground. Boom.
So here's the thing. Typically, it's based off of your strength score.
Yeah.
But because your armor basically converts all of your strength stuff to your intelligence,
Yeah.
I have to try to figure out the differences there.
Yeah. So it does have like armor of magical strength, which does all that kind of stuff too. Like it has charges to expend or something like that, which is weird.
Yeah. Let's see. Movement, jumping.
Thor's thunderclap from Avengers.
When you make a long jump, you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score, which I would change to your intelligence because of your armor, because you're an artificer. So then your strength score is your intelligence score would be 20. So you can long jump 20 feet, and then if you use your ring of jumping, that moves it to 60, because you triple your jumping distance.
So I could jump straight up in the air and just land on somebody.
Your high jump is a little different. High jump is you can leap into the air a number of feet equal to 3 plus your strength modifier, so 8.
Okay. So that'd be what, 20? It'd be like 20-something feet.
Yeah, it's like we'll round it to 25 because I think it's 24, so 25 feet. Just in a high jump alone.
Dude.
You could, and that is I believe. So falling, I believe, is what 1d6 per 10 feet.
So yeah, it'd be
which
2d6
you're doing that.
damage.
So if you're landing on something, you're doing 2d6 to them. because your armor would absorb all of the damage and shock it into them, basically.
Cool.
That's how I would rule that, I think.
And if I didn't land on them, then like if they like rolled out of the way, then I would just take 2d6 damage.
Again, your armor would absorb the impact. Plus the magic of jump would also help you prevent from taking fall.
Oh heck yeah!
So, again, that's how I would rule it. That may not be how others would, but that's how I would.
This ring. I got this ring, and I'm just gonna. There's like a little glove box. I'm just gonna put it in my little glove box in my neck. And in that glove box, there's like wires and stuff that like plug to it.
There's like a fake hand in there.
Yeah, there's just like a little hand, and like I just go like, put it right onto it. Hendrix knew that I would find the ring because he knows I like shiny things and treasure. He was like, "He's gonna need to put rings on this thing. Let's give him a hand."
That's funny.
Why else would they call it a glove box?
Yeah, exactly.
Good point.
There you go.
But you guys have now removed the undead presence from the other side of the shadow crossing. You can Bertram, you can feel the you're using your divine sense. You can feel like the that negative, like the death, the undead creatures are pretty much gone.
So this realm is clear.
Well, this particular area, I would like all three of you to either make Arcana or History checks, depending on which one's better for you.
They both suck. So
they're both based off of intelligence. So yeah.
13.
Oh, History.
Dang! Woo! Oh, look at you. The actual historian rolled well with history.
So, those of you that rolled 15 or higher, know that the shadow.
I'm just over there polishing my mustache. I don't even care. Just
you're more just like another.
I'm using my sword reflection to just make sure everything is back.
You have a mirror on the inside of your shield.
It's just like flip, little flip. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it a visor mirror? Like you've got a shield with a little visor mirror?
Yes.
Out of like little cars, and you just flip it up, and you're like.
Yes, and I never use it. I never use it to my advantage in combat. Like I could look behind me. I never even think to do that. I never even thought of that, and he still doesn't. What's that?
So,
I think Lord Farquaad from Shrek, man. That's all I think.
Yeah.
Except you're not as short.
Like the link I think I put in Discord at one point. If anyone's ever seen the show Black Adder, there's a guy named oh shoot, what's his freaking name? It doesn't matter. He's very flamboyant, very just like ha. That's pretty much what I modeled him after. So, anyways.
So, those of you that rolled 15 or higher for the Shadowfell.
Damn it!
you would know. Don't you still have your bardic inspiration, Jared?
I do. Yay! It's a 15. I know things too. I don't feel left out now.
You are inspired to remember things about the Shadowfell that you didn't know you knew.
Just like, oh, yes.
So, you guys would know that the Shadowfell itself is an area that's just filled with undead. So you've cleansed this area for now, preventing the Shadow Crossing from being used currently. But you know that you're never it would be an endless battle to remove all of the undead from the Shadowfell because it would literally be impossible.
It's a spawning ground, essentially.
Basically. But you do know that hopefully with the removal of that particular white, since it was in charge, that the Shadow Crossing that is here will hopefully fade into unable to be used, like disuse. Otherwise, again, you do realize that you're not going to just be able to wipe out all of the undead.
So I guess our work here is done.
I mean, can we blow up the entrance or something? That way they can't get out or something like that?
I mean, the best thing you could probably do, because I mean, undead, when they want to do something, they're not dumb enough. They're not smart enough to stop doing it. So even if you blew up the entrance, you would know that eventually something would still get through.
All right.
And if anything else, the resulting magic explosion that it would take to destroy this mausoleum would probably attract some unwanted attention.
Oh, okay. We don't want that.
So that is what you all know with your rolls.
Okay.
But now you know that this place is at least safe enough.
Okay.
Oh,
I assume there's not much to loot from all these ghouls and stuff, so...
Well, let me see what we have here.
what does our white friend have there?
Yeah, actually, Arizar will tell you that the bow and the sword itself have some level of magic on them, although he is hesitant to touch them because of the aura of magic that's given off. But he does recommend we could at least take them. Either we figure out what they are, or we give them to the were-ravens to hide them if they are inherently evil. Better to bring them back to the realm of light than to leave them here for something else to pick up.
Sure.
What about the gargoyles? Is there rocks special or anything?
No, now that they've been destroyed, there's really nothing left of the magic that created them.
Okay.
They've returned to stone.
Can I use that sword?
You could. I mean, if you want to pick it up.
Well, I want to inspect it first.
Yeah, you can inspect it.
Let's see. Investigation.
You can make an Arcana check.
Arcana check. Okay. 19.
All right. So I mean, it is a very you can even tell just based on your Arcana check alone that it is magical. It does have some kind of effects on it. You're not really sure what, simply because there's no way unless you have Identify to fully see all of its effects. You don't think that it's cursed though.
Yeah, let's take it. Let's be stupid. I'm gonna take it.
Okay. And then do you pick up the bow as well, or do you leave that for someone else to pick up?
I'll leave that for someone else to pick up, because I have no use for that.
Okay.
I don't want it.
Then, if no one else if no one else picks it up, at least Arizar will pick it up to bring back to the realm of the light, so that we don't have to deal with it something else coming back and trying to use it for further evil.
Okay.
Unless you want it.
Droop
It is a
want
very
better
well
treasure.
Fair enough. You got your
Droop has
diamond
two.
still?
Droop has diamond. Droop has ring.
Can we take apart the bow for its like twill or something, or what?
You could. I mean, you can at least unstring it if you
take-
wanted to.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Is
but,
the string enchanted at all?
What's that?
Would the string be enchanted with anything, or
The bow itself is enchanted.
okay, it's not the string. Okay.
So, one thing Droop might like to tell, Goros is that Hendrix might have use for it to at least break it down for its magical components as well.
Yes.
We have
So-
the spell forge at our disposal, which is
Yes. The
Very
spell
powerful.
forge will take many things.
big or small.
All right.
We'll take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
If you take the sword, then I'm not going to take the sword because I don't want to risk screwing myself over. So we'll go ahead and put the sword in that little pack too.
You can. I will say you can safely handle the sword.
Okay, we're good then. I'll keep it.
So, I'm not going to curse you right out the gate that quickly. I'll at least
Aw.
give you warnings before.
Yeah, he almost
beforehand.
got us. There's like a sword that we've got that Hendrix has. It's like, oh, you touch it? Did you touch it? Did you touch it? Like, if he asked you like that, like,
yeah, don't touch it.
Like,
Yeah.
you sure you touched it? And I was just like, no, I didn't touch it. I got it in like a little hanky in my hand.
Got a blanket. You've wrapped it up in like
Yeah.
multiple layers.
You sure you don't want to touch it? No, yep, no, I don't want to touch it.
I'm sure a magical sword will help me in my bard endeavors later on in the game too. So,
Yeah.
whip that thing
It doesn't
out.
hurt. Doesn't hurt to have something that's magical for melee. So.
Yep.
All right.
Alright.
So, are you guys just gonna go back through the shadow crossing before it closes?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, there's
probably a
nowhere
good
else
idea.
we can go. Yeah, there's nowhere else we can
I mean,
go.
we
there-
could,
there-
but
there
I think
are-
we risk getting stuck here if we stay. If we stay.
You'd have to, you'd have to find another shadow crossing, and who knows where it would let you back out.
Our
Wherever you
work
go.
here is done.
Through
How do you
pits is-
get through?
You just gotta
Alright.
pick your character out. It won't let you go through the door because it's
Oh, okay.
split like that. Yeah.
All right.
We've
gone through
the portal.
And you guys step back through the portal, and you again have that traveling through the dark portal for a while. Again, you're not sure exactly how long it takes, but you do eventually get all the way through, and you have now made your way back to the other side back to Chalet Bruntifax.
The living.
And if you guys want, I will just move you back up to the room with the were-ravens. It's up
Sure.
to you.
Let us do it. Huddle together so he can drag and select.
Hold hands.
Wait, 1 sec. Should we investigate these other graves? See if there's anything, worth anything over in this?
They are just graves.
Okay.
And
Just
in
to be on
fact,
the safe side, I'll stab each grave as we go by, just to make sure nothing's in there alive.
you meet resistance as you hit something underneath, but
Feels normal.
nothing
Feels
moves.
normal.
Yep, you would
I'm
know
like
'cause you-
checking the oil in a car, except it's dead bodies with my sword.
Just a dead body. What it is.
Check the
One
level
thing
of
you guys
on
note as you're leaving the cemetery, the grave that had the shadow crossing, you can actually see like those wisps of shadow are now beginning to fade, like just slowly go back into the grave itself.
Ooh.
All right. So,
All is well
all right.
with the world.
Go ahead and everybody just kind of gather up around Arizar, and I'll move you.
Huddle together. Come on. Get
Hold
together.
hands. Hold hands.
Alright.
There's two Goras on the field. There's two.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, hey, don't move.
What are you
Stop moving
doing?
So he can
Put-
select you.
Go to right here, please.
Not on him.
All right.
Damn it, Goras. Quit trying to hump everything.
There you are. You should be back in the back in the room with the were-ravens.
Yeah.
Going to remove this extra Goras token because I don't know why that was even there in the first place. It's just
Everyone
so
loves
random.
Everyone loves me. That's why.
All right. So you are in here with all of these with the were-ravens. You tell them of your success removing the shadow crossing and the creatures that were on the other side, explaining to them what exactly happened. If any of you would like to tell them, actually say it out loud, it's up to you guys. We can just assume you guys say it normally, or if you want to tell a story yourselves, you can.
Wait,
You know what I mean?
What were their names again? What were they, like their age and stuff?
Give me just a second for that.
Yes.
Sorry, my son wanted to show me his faux hawk, so came in smiling. So one of those things. So you have Madrina, which is the one all the way in the back of the room. She is a 55-year-old female. She is very much no nonsense. If you remember from the last time, she kind of speaks matter-of-factly. She doesn't mince words. Then we have this one here, whose name is Vinique. She is a 30-year-old female. She is a bit more wry. She's full of wit, very sarcastic. Likes to laugh at her own jokes as well as any jokes that anybody else cracks, as long as they're actually witty. Then we have Rennick, a 22-year-old male. He is a bit more mistrustful of people that are new, although he now trusts you guys a little bit more because of what you've done for them. And the last one is Taspar. He's the oldest of them, about 71 years old. He's very polite, although still fairly nervous. And he does have he has wispy white hair and a lazy left eye. And sometimes he'll like tap his head to get it to go back to looking
it's
in
just
the correct
slowly
direction.
Well,
So,
being the bard that I am, I'm gonna walk up to Vanek over here and say, "Hey, girl, check out my new sword." And I show her the new sword I have.
let's see. How does she react? Okay. She kind of just looks you up and down, looks at the sword, kind of not overly impressed. She raises her eyebrow at you, like okay, and
I walk away.
Oh.
let's see. Does she have anything witty to say to you?
You guys can't hear it, but I just had a sound effect from Sirenscape where it's just wah 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 wah.
She kind of looks at you with her eyebrow raised, and she goes, "Oh look, both your weapons are tiny."
Oh,
she is very wry, so.
Damn.
I have a whole list of vicious mockery insults that I like to use. So.
Damn.
But they do say that Taspar, the 71-year-old, kind of walks up and pulls out a small bag. Just seems to be made of. It looks like it's just made of like just rough spun, like your typical like belt pouch type bag. But he opens it up and begins to pull things out of it that should not fit in this bag. It is a bag
up to him. Just like, really? What is this?
And he tells you that they gathered up all of the treasures that they could find, minus a couple of like super shiny things, because they are were-ravens. They like their shiny things. But he says that they had a bag of holding that they would like to give you guys, as well as some of the other like items throughout the house that they have acquired. Which cool. I mean, there are treasure. There are definitely a lot of treasures. There's a holy symbol of Soon, the goddess of love and beauty, on a gold chain in there that's worth about 100 gold pieces. There's a couple more diamonds, some other gemstones, probably worth about 50 gold pieces each. Couple of like super ornate daggers
that
as well.
That necklace of like the deity of love or whatever, can Bertram just kind of like throw that to Goras and say, "You clearly need this more than anyone here."
Goras, do you have anything to say to that?
I got nothing to say.
Sorry to kick a man when he's down, but
yeah. I just walk in the back of the room right here. That's all I do.
In utter defeat, he's just like, "Yeah, you're right."
Just put it on and wear it and use it in good health.
There are a couple of other rings that like there's a signet ring with the silhouette of a stag on it. It's made of gold. There's a couple of items I'll put into a list for you guys, but
sweet.
Like you got a pretty decent amount of loot. So
yes,
yeah.
Group like treasure.
And Madrina. then steps forward. So let me just move Tennick out of the way. Steps forward and then looks over at Bertram. Have you given any thought to our offer, Bertram?
Being turned into a were-raven?
That you may continue the good work that you are doing.
That's interesting. I completely forgot about that till this exact moment. Can you describe it to me for the people watching at home because we weren't here for last time? Because I know what it is, but
yeah, obviously you know what it is.
He's saying it out loud so other people know. You know.
You want me to describe what a were-raven looks like?
Or well, no, not like what their offer was like.
Yeah. So, Madrina in the last one, session, offered to Bertram, because they have a very similar outlook, find and either hinder or destroy evil.
Right.
In whatever way they can.
Okay.
She has offered through the with the blessing of Taspar, the leader of the kindness of ravens, to turn Bertram into a were-raven, where he would be able to continue and have special benefits of being a were-raven added to him, because of obviously you'd have the ability to turn into a raven and fly. You would have a hybrid form of a were-raven, which also has its own abilities. You could turn others, and you would even be able to use mimicry to make sounds in other rooms, which is what they were doing to you guys when you were investigating Chalet Brentefex before, when you heard like the glass shattering or whispering in the hallway. That was them mimicking things so that you would go to areas they wanted you to. As well as you would have a certain level of regeneration, as long as you don't take damage from silvered weapons.
Interesting.
And mechanically, this is something that they would describe it to you as you also become a little bit quicker, a little bit more, a little bit like better with your hand-eye coordination, your ability to move and jump and dodge. Mechanically speaking, that your dexterity would also go up if it's below a certain number.
Actually, that's definitely going up. Because it's like super low.
In hybrid form, you are able to fly, as well as in raven form, you are able to fly.
Okay, well.
So those are the mechanically, your dexterity would go up to 15. So that is their offer, and again, they are not trying to force you into it or anything.
Right. Well, Bertram Cunningham III does not follow any deity. He only follows vengeance and the flame victory.
And his mustache.
Yes, it goes without saying. I think if it was any normal paladin, if he was a typical paladin, he might refuse, because a creature like this perhaps would be an abomination, a hybrid creature, a were creature, like even if they are like technically like not evil, to corrupt like one's body like that, I think. But he, being a paladin of the Inquisition, does not have such qualms about such things. His only desire is to reap vengeance upon those who are like evil at whatever means necessary. So yeah, I think he'll accept this. It sounds a lot better than like joining the companions in Skyrim. So.
Ooh, you be Droop's bird friend. You ride on Droop's shoulder.
I could.
So then, then you guys watch as Madrina kind of morphs into herself, her clothing, equipment, everything that she has on her, morphing into her body as well as she turns into a raven, and comes up and kind of lands on Bertram's shoulder.
Watch the hair.
And Taspar, the eldest one, says, "It will be a small peck, but as long as you do not resist the, lycanthropy."
No, I really wanted you to make her give him a wet willy. Just give him a wet willy.
I was thinking something else completely. He said small peck. I immediately thought of Goras.
Oh no.
But,
both of those can happen. That's fine. Yeah.
But Bertram allows this, and
yes.
Not going to resist. Basically, you're gonna choose to fail the saving throw for Constitution, so that you can allow it to actually allow you to become a wereraven.
Oh.
So then,
can I have one request?
Watch out for cats.
Can when I'm in raven form, can I still have the mustache?
Yes.
A beak with a mustache on it?
Yes.
But it's so like you'll be like the pure black raven.
Yeah.
But then it'll still be like this golden feathered mustache.
Just coming off of the thing, and it's like wisp.
Yep.
Yeah, like a Japanese dragon mustache.
Kinda. Yeah.
Yes. You can have that.
Like it's not even something that Bertram would request. Like that just happens. Like the mustache is so strong, it persists.
It's a deity all of its own.
Mustache.
Well then, the Raven Madrina kind of pecks into your like just side of it. Just a quick
like
peck
the temple
on the side of the temple. Yeah. Digs into you. Would technically take 1 point of damage.
I'm dead.
And then you feel, this energy building up inside of you, as you can feel like the lycanthropy begin to kind of start to take hold.
No,
it's not painful. And in fact, it's actually like energizing. You just feel this new energy. So, and then she flies back down, turns back into herself. So we will go over some of the mechanics of that.
Sure.
If you want later, and then
we can do that later.
Other than that, do you guys have anything else that you wish to speak with them about?
No, Droop like treasure. Droop got treasure. Droop ready to go home.
So I think unless they have any other errands they would like us to run, now that they know we're capable, we're gonna head back home. And
they do pull out. You can see it like there's that small stone. And they hand it to Bertram.
Okay.
And it has the likeness of a raven on the side of it.
Okay.
So and they say this is a sending stone.
Is this sending stone or a spending stone?
Sending stone.
Sending stone. Okay.
We will use this to communicate with you.
It's a raven signal.
Or if you need something from us, if you need help with items that need to be removed, if you can't destroy them, or if we need assistance in destroying an item, or closing another shadow crossing, or what have you. We will keep in contact with you, Bertram. And the rest of you, thank you.
That is acceptable.
Thank you for all of your help. Please take this treasure, and this bag of holding. There's also some monetary value. There's also some money in it as well.
Brilliant.
And hopefully this will not be the last time we meet.
Very well.
And then with that,
what's that?
As Drew walks away, he's just like, back heavy.
again.
It was a good effort,
And so
man.
then you guys, Arizar, then kind of walking with you guys as you're leaving, asks if he can come with you back to wherever you call home.
Yeah, of course.
Sure.
Yeah, bro.
How do we get
Alright.
out of here?
Droop says, "We have hotel. Come."
There, just get, if everybody wants to kind of form up again, I will move you guys to a. Well, I mean, really, we don't have to.
No, we should just teleport back to the bar, right? Because that's how we got here. We just teleported here.
Yeah. So
Isn't
I'm just gonna put you guys outside of the area here. And then so one of you guys, you guys don't remember doing it, but the book of the Raven, now appears in front of you.
Ooh, forgot about that.
The Great Raven book. It's back.
There it is.
And it opens. It opens.
I'm reading
Just
from the Great Book of the Raven. Let's go home.
and the pages
Why do you just sound like an old crone?
The pages of the book begin to flip furiously. More pages than there are in the book, but it just continues to like cycle as if somebody was reading it at an extremely rapid rate. And the mist begins to pour from the book. It envelops the four of you, and then
We just
You know,
get
you
like
guys are
Jumanji sucked into it. She's like, whoa!
So first thing that happens as this is going on is you are at the end of the path, just past the scorch of the red worm, and you guys watch as the entire path that you took to get here, it's almost like you're just traveling rapidly back through, all the way back to the beginning, back to the witch way, and then you are back right in front of the tavern. You are back in front of the tavern that you guys left on this journey. You're also fully rested.
Oh.
As you basically you had a long rest during this fast movement. You're back to full energy, health, spell slots, everything.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And
I
then
didn't lose any health that entire thing.
no, but you used up all your spell slots.
I did.
Yeah.
And then now you guys are in front of the tavern. It
Yeah.
still appears to be empty. So are you guys just gonna go? Goras just walks right in, just opens the door.
Yeah. I mean, Go ahead.
Oh, please.
No, go ahead. Talk. Say what
Like
you're going
we
to say.
should be able to go into it and pull the map out of the book, and that should set it back to normal because that's how we got here, right? So yeah, Droop's going to go back into the tavern with his book in hand, and we're just going to lay it on the table. We're like, we need to take map out of book.
So
Agreed.
I'm holding it up to fancy pants. Fancy pants. Cut page out.
Oh. Well, as you wish. Fancy pants does indeed
Page out.
approach
Cut page out.
with one swell swipe of the sword, with precision unseen by any human eye, like a razor blade. I just cut the page and return my sword. Like I can't even bother to do it like with my hands. Like I'm too fancy for that.
you guys looking around as the page is cut from the book. The book then, closes on itself with nobody touching it. Just closes back up. The page, the map flutters for a moment, and turns to dust. Not dust, but mist. And then you guys see as like everybody kind of fades back into reality, and you guys are now back in Bart's bar.
Wow.
Bart's Bar and Grill.
Bart's Burger.
They realize that we've left.
Everything seems to be almost exactly the same as when you left.
Did I
Everything's
have an opportunity to put my mech suit up before? Like, and all of a sudden, did I just reappear in the bar with a mech suit on?
Yeah, your armor is back. In
Okay,
fact,
it's back to the base.
as you teleport back in, your armor kind of mists,
Yeah.
and then goes, and you see the mist of the armor going toward the storage room.
All
as
right.
that
So
happens.
first thing Droop's gonna do is run out to the shed and make sure his armor's there, and make sure the treasure's in the armor. Like the bag of holding.
Everything is still there. Yep. Everything is still in the suit of armor itself. In fact, the armor is looking shinier, as if it has been polished.
Mm.
That's great.
Looks great. So.
Okay. So Droop's gonna go back in and find Bart, and he's just gonna start telling him a story. And Bart's probably just be like, "Yeah, okay, all right. You walked out of here 5 minutes ago. Like, calm down."
No, so you guys are in the bar almost as if nothing has happened.
Wow.
But then Bart kind of catches all of your eyes. Like, he kind of looks at you, catches your eyes, and like nods for a moment. Good adventure, huh?
The best.
What adventure?
What?
What?
And he puts three like big mugs of ale on the table in front of you.
Mm.
Hot plate of food for each of you.
Mm. Bart's
Good
over
hearty
here.
meal.
Droop two hands it with his little hands. He's like, "Ah!"
Cheers. It's very good.
And there you go. You guys have succeeded in the Book of the Raven.
Nice.
Uh, So one thing for Bertram, I'm going to edit your dexterity because it is now a 15.
This is better than the 13 it was.
Do we get
Yeah.
to level up too?
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Yes.
I think I told you guys I wanted Goros to at least get to level 5 before everything started for the actual campaign.
Right.
How do I add that sword to my inventory that I have?
I'll get it for you. And in fact, I want to talk to you about it before we actually get it put in there and everything, so we can kind of go over that over the week,
Okay.
or before the next session, because you guys do have the spell forge at your service, so you can actually change it. Instead of a long sword, you could make it into something that's a little bit more fitting for your character as well, if you don't want it to be a long sword. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
Hendrix could turn it, like, if it's metal, Hendrix could turn it into anything. I could turn it into a flute if you want me to.
Yeah, he turned
Pretty much.
Bastion's glass staff into a katana, so essentially.
Yeah, and I also turned Bastion's friend into a mech suit.
Yeah.
For Droop.
Not his
So-
friend, it's just his countryman.
Yeah.
Just his
Watch out,
old.
Hendrix will turn you into a suit.
He becomes an
Turns out
old
I'm
fairy
Taylor.
tale that parents tell their children to go to bed now, or Hendrix will turn you into a backpack.
Dude, that's what all the Warforged kids grew up on. They were like, "Oh no, not the dwarf with the big hand."
So I think it's probably good to mention that the next time we will play is probably going to be a while, because we've got 2 holidays coming up on the 25th and the 1st, which are both fall on Saturdays. So
Yeah, I would say like the new year. would be, like,
it'll probably be like, I would say like the weekend of the 8th of January,
Yeah.
after all the holidays are over.
New year, new season.
yeah.
Yeah, essentially.
So if anybody out there, if we don't see you, have a happy Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and New Year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And we'll see everyone, I guess, in campaign too. With Goras will be joining us. He's not just here for the one shot, he's here for the campaign as well. This was his introduction. Trial by fire.
Please like me.
I think really started getting into it too, like getting into like your character sheet, getting everything like spell casting out, the inspiration set up, like movement, all of that. You're getting it down. So
Yeah, the more
yeah,
you
I
do
agree,
it, the easier it gets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, good teachers here. So.
Yeah.
where?
What?
Huh? What? Huh? I'm so confused. Hmm? Ta-da! But yeah, I think that's a bit about it for us then. I want to remind if anyone's still here and maybe watching in the future, and you would have to have found it in the correct place to actually be watching this in the future, unless you're watching the VOD on Twitch before it goes away. But from now on, the re-uploads on YouTube will be going to the new Flurry of Bros channel. So they won't be on Jarred Gaming anymore. Just as a heads up. So
We
if
have
you
the bro fists in there too.
Yep. Oh, okay, well anyways, we all tried, but except for Eddie, he doesn't give a shit.
What happened? I'm not paying attention.
So stupid. It's so freaking cringy, guys. Come on.
This is dumb.
I blame
We
Zach.
keep doing it?
I blame Zach for this. I blame every stream he shows up in of mine, he does that. Bro fists all around, guys. So it works out really well that he's joining the Flurry of Bros.
You got on, just go boom, bro fist, let's go. Yes.
Hey, you nailed that dissident whispers though. That was freaking. It's almost like you knew what you were doing.
Almost.
I feel like it came in pretty clutch there. So.
It was good. Like that's the way to do it. Like.
Yep.
That's the way to do it.
Just barding it up.
Yep.
Yep.
You got anything you want to add, Sean?
Joining us.
And then I got shut down by that Raven chick.
And the rest of your party.
Yeah.
Well, the only thing really I have to add is just again, thanks to everybody for joining us, and for those that are watching in the future, thanks for watching. This has been a blast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad everybody's enjoying this.
Yeah.
It's
all right.
So much fun.
Amen.
Everyone have a good, safe holiday, and we'll see y'all in the new year. Bye.
See you later, everybody. Bye.
Bye.